10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, hello and howdy and welcome and assalamu alaikum and shalom and whatever, I don't know, whatever else we can say today. Welcome to the Week in Geek. I've got like one person watching on the Geek Fusion channel, but got a few watching over there on Never Enough Ammo. So what's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? It is time for another bullshit chat about whatever. I don't know. I'm just going to see what the hell happens. I have no idea. How's everybody doing today? Everybody have a good Saturday?
Pretty good today.
Oh, yeah.
It rains, so I didn't have to cut grass.
It wasn't too bad.
Nice. Yeah, not too bad. I got to go see John Wick today.
Ooh, how was that?
Saw that this morning. And I really liked it. It was very good. I'm not going to really say much about it because there are definitely spoilers in there. It is a movie that can be spoiled. I will say the fight set pieces were awesome.
Fuck yeah, they were.
Like that, you know, there's the, I don't know what it's called. What's the thing in the middle of Paris? The roundabout thing. There's a big fight scene that takes place at the big main roundabout in Paris. You know, the big one that they did a smaller version of in New York, where that big arch thing is in the middle. And
yes,
okay. So the real one that's in Paris was a big fight scene there. There's another great fight scene on a set of stairs.
Oh, dude, that was badass. That was one of my favorite parts.
Dude, the stair fight scene was fucking great.
Yes, it was.
The movie is far more brutal than any of the previous ones, which is saying something.
Yeah.
There's the hotel fight scene. There's the opening fight scene. There's the fucking roundabout fight scene. There's the stairs fight scene. Like, this thing is packed with all these set piece fight scenes. And because, I mean, it's John Wick. So, I mean, that's, you know, that's the point of the movie. I
like the dragon's breath.
Dude, that was my personal favorite, because you could tell they set up a shoot house, because it's this whole scene that takes place from the top down. So you're seeing down into this house, and this fairly large house, room to room to room to room. And he gets a hold of this shotgun that one of the guys that's coming after him has, that's a fucking semi-auto. I couldn't tell what it was, but it's a semi-auto 12 gauge with a big-ass magazine on it, and it's full of dragon's breath. So you're watching this top-down scene of him moving to room, just lighting motherfuckers on fire with dragon's breath. It was awesome. It was a great scene.
I really liked the that lever action too.
Dude, yeah, the lever action that Mr. Nobody had was great. He had I'm trying to remember what that is. I know what that is. It's like one of the tactical lever actions. It's not the Mossberg one. I can't remember which one it is.
It broke down in half.
Yeah, and I know which one that is. I think it's one of those modified. What's the name of that company that does those custom? The company from up in Alaska. There's a company that makes those.
Bighorn Armory.
Is that what it is? I can't remember. But they're.
I know that's one that they're going to custom lever actions.
Yeah, and they specialize in breakdown lever actions of various calibers and stuff. This thing was cool, man. And it's got the tack rail on the front. It had the compensator, everything on it. It's got the peep sight on it. It was a great looking lever action. Couldn't tell what caliber it was in, but yeah, Mr. Nobody and his dog were cool. Like, it was just a good movie. It was a great action movie. Oh, dude, Scott Adkins is in this fucking movie. So anybody that knows Scott Adkins, he's like action star. He's kind of a C-list action star. Started out as a stunt guy, been in a lot of shit.
Was
like,
that was the guy that was in the stairway fight, right?
no, Scott Adkins was I can't remember his name. He was in the fat suit with the gold teeth.
Yeah, the stairway fight. Well, it wasn't really a stairway fight. It led eventually to the stairs, if you know what I mean, without giving too much away.
Yeah, that. But yeah, that was Scott Adkins, and he did a great job. Like it was, dude. It's just a good, fun action movie. And like I know some people because I've talked to Honda about this, and Honda hates everything nowadays. So, but like he doesn't like anything other than the first one because he's like the first one was nice and clean and simple, and then they turned it into this big, fucking, world build. And I'm like, that's what I love about this shit. Like the first one is awesome, but like I love that they're world building all this shit with the Continental and this kind of assassins guild and the table and all these different characters coming in, and you're seeing how big this world of assassins is, like I love all that shit. And each movie they've just expanded on that in awesome ways. And this movie definitely did that. It expanded a lot on all the mythology behind, this group, these people, and how they work and everything. And again, the action was just on point, man. It was absolutely perfect. So
I liked Kane. Kane was
awesome. Donnie
Dude,
Yen
he was awesome.
brought in Donnie Yen to play Kane. Donnie Yen's an awesome Ip Man and all this other shit. Awesome fucking kung fu action star. Like it was just full of great actors as far as like action stars and stuff, people who played the roles perfectly. It was full of great set pieces, great action, great gunplay, awesome guns. Like man, it was just fun. It was just a good, fun action movie that just did not disappoint from beginning to end. Like there was,
and it was like what, 3.5 hours, right? 3.5 hours.
It was pushing through. I think it was like 2 hours and 50 minutes or something. Because I know our movie started at 11:30, and we got out at like 2:30. So
it sounds like streaming for me. I'm too old. I have to go to the bathroom.
there was previews and stuff like that. So I don't know maybe it was 2.5 or something. I don't know, but
weren't the previews great before you knew that everything was coming out?
Mm-hmm.
That was one of my favorite parts of going to the movies was just sitting through like even 20 minutes of preview.
Get there early so you can watch the previews because that's part of the fun.
Yeah.
Now, and I will say, when we'll talk about this one in a minute, there was only one preview out of the entire 20 minutes worth of previews that were in front of the movie that I hadn't seen. I'd seen all the rest because YouTube is a thing and trailers drop there first. So I'd seen all the trailers. So trailers aren't as fun as they used to be. But, and like I said, I'll get into this. There was one trailer that was awesome. I don't know if you had this trailer, Corey, but we'll talk about that one in a minute because it looked fucking great and I hadn't seen it before. Yeah, John Wick was fucking great. Like if you like the John Wick movies, you're gonna fucking love this one. All right. And I don't know. I guess there's like a handful of people out there that don't like John Wick movies. I don't know what's wrong with those people. I can't explain that level of like mental instability because they're fucking great. But I guess some people don't like them or whatever. Cool. Don't go see the movie, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. But I fucking loved it, man. Me and my wife went and saw it. Fucking loved it.
People that don't like John Wick, just write them out of your life. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life.
Do what?
So if you know people that don't like John Wick, just write them out of your life.
Yeah.
You don't need that kind of negativity in your life.
Yeah, you don't need that in your life. It's true. You don't. So
I tell you, even though it's like pushing 3 hours, that's definitely worth another fucking watch.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to watch it again. I mean, I'm not gonna go to the movies to see it again, but as soon as it comes somewhere where I can stream it or something, I'm gonna watch that again because it was great. So,
well, I know it's on F movies.
It is, but it's a really, really shitty version. It's like really bad, but Yeah, it was awesome, man. I had a lot of fun. I was, I was excited to see it, and it did not disappoint. And like that's when you're excited about a movie and it doesn't, because you know what happens a lot of times you get excited about a movie, and then a lot of times it's good, but like you kind of hyped it up in your head, you know, and like sometimes you're like, oh, okay, well that was good, but like, you made a little too much about it, especially when it's a sequel and you really like the first movie or second movie or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And this didn't disappoint at all, man. It was hyped up in my head, and it lived up to the hype. So
It did. And would you dare to say that it's been the best one thus far?
I would say it's my second
Or at
favorite.
least,
I'd say it's my second.
I know it's hard to beat the first one, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I will say I do think it's better than 2 and 3.
Oh God, yes.
I do think it's better than 2. I love 2 and 3, but I think it's better than 2 and 3.
You can watch the first one as a standalone movie. It's almost like a Shane movie. If they didn't make the other movies, you don't know if he lives or dies at the end. Because he's badly wounded at the end of the first movie.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I like if I had to rank them right now, it would be like the 4 would be like at number 4 would be John Wick 3, then John Wick 2, then John Wick number 4 at number 2, and then the first John Wick would still be number 1.
I would agree.
So I dug it, man. It's definitely
it was
2 thumbs up.
It was hard to take your eyes off the movie just because it was so fucking action packed, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, and that's what I say. Like, as long as the movie is, it doesn't feel that long because there's no slowing down in the movie. You know, there's no filler in this movie. It's just from because I mean it's not a surprise. He's trying to fucking get out from underneath the table. The organization that runs all this shit, right? Because that's how the third movie ended. And so it's just his attempt to do that throughout the whole movie. And it's just, from place to place to place to place, people are trying to stop him, kill him, prevent him from getting where he's wanting to go. And it's just like, I'm just looking at that going, when does this motherfucker sleep? Holy shit. Dude.
Yeah, no shit. Or eat.
Yeah, no shit. One of my favorite scenes, though, was the fucking nunchuck scene.
Oh, God, dude, that was badass, dude. I wasn't expecting that, but you could tell he trained with that.
Oh, yeah. But the thing about it was, I've watched a lot of fucking kung fu movies, okay? Love kung fu movies. But in most kung fu movies, the vast majority of kung fu movies, the nunchuck scenes are always very showy, right? They don't feel realistic the way, like if you ever watch a martial arts tournament and see people using nunchucks, it's not as fancy. They're not as fancy. There's not all the twirling and spinning and all that shit like you see in all the movies. And this was just realistic. This was like how somebody would actually use a pair of nunchucks if they're trying to fucking fight for their life. And it was great. It looked awesome. And it was just a really good, fun movie. I don't know how many times I got to say that. People probably getting tired of hearing me fucking say that already, but it was great. It was fun. It was action packed. It's like everything you want in a John Wick movie, but honestly, just in a movie. It was just highly entertaining from beginning to end. And what more could you ask? Like it definitely earned my money, So I was just very happy about it. So very, very highly recommended. Like so far, I mean, I'm trying to think the movie. I haven't gone to the movies a lot this year. I went and saw Megan. I went and saw Ant-Man and Quantumania, whatever. And then this may only be the third movie I've gone to the movies to see this year. I think I've seen one movie a month so far this year.
There's nothing.
Yeah, it's probably been. I would say it's been the best thing that's come out in quite a while.
Yeah, so far it's my favorite movie of the year. Now that being said, I also have really high hopes for next week. I'm going to see Dungeons and Dragons, because when I heard there was a new Dungeons and Dragons movie coming out, I was like, oh Lord, no. Because I don't know if y'all remember that last Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out about 20 years ago. with Marlon Wayans and them.
I never watched it, but I remember it.
It was horrible. And I was just very, very concerned. But I will tell you what, they've dropped a whole lot of trailers for this thing. They seem to be very confident that they were doing screenings of this where people were doing reviews a month ago, and it was getting great reviews. The trailers have been fucking just phenomenal. It looks like a wildly entertaining movie. So I'm going to go see that this weekend, but or next weekend, whatever. But yeah, no, at this point, John Wick 4 is easily the best movie I've seen this year. So,
oh hell yeah, I watched 3 movies today. First one was Shazam. I watched that this morning. Shazam 2, and that was a fun movie. I liked it, especially the part where he's like, "Hey, Khaleesi."
Well, we're gonna talk about that because I saw that movie too. So,
and the other one, it came out last year, but I just got around to watching it. It was that movie called Fall.
Oh, my wife's watching. I haven't watched that. Where they're stuck up on that tower, the radio.
Yeah,
tower.
that big ass tower. Yeah. Dude, I had to fast forward quite a few scenes just because, like, I'm like afraid of heights, and that shit was fucking with me hard.
My wife said she loved the movie. She watched it, said she loved it. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But
it was good for what it was. It was good.
Yeah. Okay, Duke.
What up, baby?
It's time to talk about Mr. fucking Spoiler McSpoiler.
Oh, how did I spoil it? How?
So, and let me explain what I mean by spoiling. So, you texted me about the new episode of Mandalorian.
I said, dude. That's all I said.
And I know what that means when you say that. Okay? Let me just first say, new episode of Mandalorian, probably one of the best episodes of the series. I put it easily in the top 5 episodes of the whole series. That being said, like, I had hyped it up so much in my head because of you that when it was over, I was like, oh, okay. Well, that was really good, but I felt like I wanted more.
I agree. But I was excited.
No, but it was a really good episode. Like, it really was. Like, you get to see how Grogu escaped Order 66, which was awesome. And no, Mace Windu doesn't make an appearance, which was disappointing, but it was still really cool to get that flashback.
Yeah,
discount Windu.
Yeah, you see Grogu get his second piece of Mandalorian armor.
Yep,
absolutely.
Which was awesome. You see Grogu like fighting with one of the other foundlings, doing like some training and kicking some ass, relatively speaking. The whole storyline with goddamn, I'm just blanking on her name.
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan, where she leads the mission to save the foundling and shit. I love what they're doing with Bo-Katan. Like, it's great because she's starting to, like, you can tell she's starting to, like, get the whole Mandalorian Creed thing.
Yep.
You know?
Yes.
She's starting to see. She's starting to, like, she doesn't look at them as quite as much like crazy zealots anymore. You know? She's starting to see what the whole thing is about, which is great. Like, it's a really, really good episode. There's plenty of action in this. You know, tons of action. You know, you get the flashback, which is a great little bit. That's only about 10 minutes, give or take, of the episode. Yeah. The other
something like that, yeah,
are a really good storyline about all the Mandalorians, you know, having to go off to save the foundlings and stuff.
Yep, that was awesome. That was such a good scene. That gets lost in this episode, which says a lot about the episode.
Yeah. It was really good. It was a very, very good episode. Easily the best one so far of this season, and one of the best episodes of the show.
Oh yeah.
So I really, really fucking dug it. I dug it a lot. It was great. How many episodes are we getting this year? I don't even remember. We usually get 10. Is it 10? I don't even remember.
8, 10.
8 to 10, something like that. I don't remember.
But it was great. So what did you think about him being saved?
Oh, as far as how he got saved, or
By who?
Oh, by being saved by Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I obviously that's not a Jedi we know or anything, but like,
well, he is. I guess there was a YouTube show. Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
So I guess in 2020 there was a YouTube show about and it was Star Wars with kids, and he played a Jedi who trained younglings, and that's why this is a big deal.
Oh,
is because he helped protect younglings or train them, and so that's why he was so. Remember when he says where, and they're like, where are the others? He's like, there is no more. He went to go get all the kids. That's what his job was to raise younglings.
okay. So he is from something else, Star Wars.
Well, I mean, kinda like YouTube, but as much as that will mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
But and I guess he's in Revenge of the Sith when they're walking out of the briefing, Obi-Wan's briefing room or something. He's actually
I know that actor Ahmad Best. He did. I think he appeared as himself in each of the 3 movies as background characters, in addition to playing Jar Jar Binks.
Correct.
So he would show up as a random background trooper or this. Or
he
Jedi
was in the bar when he was in a bar or something, or he looked when that girl got her arm chopped off. The bounty hunter.
Yeah.
When Obi-Wan chopped her arm off in the bar.
Yeah.
He turned around and looked when somebody screamed.
Okay, yeah, because I know he had a role in each movie other than Jar Jar Binks, but it was somebody that didn't speak or say anything, was just a background character.
Yeah. So I mean, I liked it for many reasons. I liked it because it was a cool scene. He looked cool in it.
Oh yeah.
Which I'll give him props for that, because it actually looked like it was awesome. I mean, his dual. I always like dual lightsabers. The fact that it was obvious that he wasn't a dual lightsaber user, but then he chose to be in the moment because it would be ultra. It's like stepping your game up in a moment where you're being shot at and wanting to fight. So that was cool. The speeder bike where he was being chased by a gunship was even cooler. So I liked all that, and then to take in that guy struggled with suicide and was mocked for years and years for arguably, I understand, a bad character, but there's some
no fault of his own, by the way, because that character was conceived as a great character, but George Lucas pussed out after the reception of the first movie and decided not to follow through with his fucking plans, which would have been fucking great. Because he was essentially supposed to be Darth Sidious, or not Darth Sidious, Darth Plagueis. He was supposed to be Plagueis. Jar Jar Binks was going to have turned out to have been Plagueis, which is why he got so lucky, and why by the end he ended up being the one who essentially, created the Empire.
What would have been the payoff? It would have been an easier thing to chew on, like you said, if he's Darth Plagueis, then the Phantom Menace becomes kind of cooler because he's hiding. So
and it would have made perfect sense because they were both from Naboo. That's where he found Palpatine.
Yeah.
Trained him, and put him in the position to be the senator, and had been making all the moves behind the scenes and knew to show up when the Jedi show up. He knew how to find them. That's why he always got incredibly lucky. He was always at the right place at the right time. It would have made perfect sense. And it would have made people appreciate Phantom Menace a whole lot more going back and rewatching that movie. And I don't know why George Lucas chickened out.
Yeah.
You basically intentionally created kind of an annoying character who screwed up a lot of stuff, but then in the end there's a payoff that explains all of it. It would have been a great twist.
Yep.
It would have made the appreciation for the character go through the roof.
Yep.
And it's but people find the character too annoying, even though that was your point. Let's just back off on that one. And we won't even Like we're not by the third movie. We're not even going to mention Darth Plagueis. We're not even going to talk about him. We're not going to mention him. Like we don't know what the fuck happened to him. I don't know. He's just not there anymore.
Yeah, and so
it was the biggest mistake that the prequels made, I think, other than letting George Lucas pen dialogue.
Yeah,
that was the first big mistake. Holy hell, was some of that dialogue fucking atrocious, especially in the second movie.
Yeah, so like Jar Jar coming in and that dude playing him, like that was some good redemption stuff. That dude got a super cool scene. And so there's like a big push for Jake Gyllenhaal, or not Jake Gyllenhaal, Jake, whatever his name is, the kid.
Oh, the kid?
They want the kid now. People want to see the kid come back and be redeemed.
Like got into drugs and shit and got all up. And
he was in jail. He like went on a high-speed chase. And that's not pod racing. But that's what the cops. But there's a call for him to come back so he can be redeemed, which would be very fitting.
Mm-hmm.
And a very nice theme for Mandalorian to do since they redeemed everyone. Well, I guess Obi-Wan redeemed Hayden Christensen, but I guess he was more redeemed by Rebels or by the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I believe.
And honestly, I don't think he ever really
fell out that hard.
He never got shit the way like some of the other characters did. And I think it was probably because really he did a good job, especially in the third movie. He was great in the third movie. The only time there was like iffy shit for him was the second movie and those love scenes, which again just goes back to the dialogue. It didn't have anything to do with him.
Sand.
And I think he has done. I hate sand. But I think he's done enough other stuff that people were like, okay, clearly that wasn't because he was a shitty actor. You know, it was.
I like that movie Jumper he did.
Oh, Jumper's an awesome movie, man. There's another one he did, Rounders. Is it Rounders? No, not Rounders. He did a movie where it's like him and a bunch of other dudes planning a fucking bank heist. I can't remember what the fuck that was. That was a great movie. He also did Glass, which is based on a real story of I know, hard to believe, but they actually did a movie about a story where a reporter just lied about everything he reported on. I know, crazy that would happen.
Shocked.
I know.
Shocked.
It's amazing, isn't it? But it's actually a really good movie. He plays the reporter. I think his name's like Michael Glass or something. I don't know. I can't remember his name, but the movie's called Glass. And anyway, it's actually a really good movie. He's done some really good shit. I think he is a good actor. And so I think maybe because of all that other stuff, like he didn't get the levels of shit that some people did. I mean, look, let's be honest. Only a handful of people actually got shit for being in those movies. And honestly, I think we named the two main ones. It was Ahmad Best and fucking the kid who played that. I mean, like, because nobody's given fucking, God damn, I'm just forgetting everybody's fucking name today. Ewan McGregor. No one's giving him shit, about playing Obi-Wan. Why? Well, because he was the GOAT as Obi-Wan. Like, he fucking he made people forget about the old version of Obi-Wan. Like people were like, I just want this Obi-Wan now.
Well, and he created I believe that's a younger version of Alec Guinness.
Yeah. Well, and I think part of it's just because he had way more time on screen and way more to do and way more dialogue than Alec Guinness ever did.
Oh yeah.
So that obviously makes a big difference. And so I think to most people, even to me who grew up with the original trilogy, to me, Obi-Wan is Ewan McGregor. Like that's who I see as Obi-Wan,
Mm-hmm.
So he certainly didn't get shit for anything. Like again, I think only a couple of actors actually got shit for the prequels. Certainly Jesus Christ, I'm getting old as fuck. What is the girl's name?
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman. I need to take some fucking memory vitamins or some shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on today. I mean, I didn't get no sleep last night. But Natalie Portman certainly hasn't gotten shit for her role in that. And she did every bit as poorly in her dialogue as everybody else did, especially in those love scenes. So, you know, but whatever. I don't know. But yeah, it was a good episode. Going back to Mandalorian here. It was a good episode.
man.
I thought they did a great job. And I'm looking forward to this week. So
Yeah.
we'll
I mean, I really am still waiting though. I really I want another moment like season 2, man.
Luke.
I want another Luke moment.
If there's going to be one, it will be in the season finale.
Yeah.
So,
which according to Google, there's 8 episodes in this season.
8 episodes. Okay, so we're halfway through the season. So, well,
also according to Google.
Go ahead.
Also, according to Google, John Wick 4 is 2 hours and 49 minutes.
2:49. Yeah, almost 3 hours. Shit. Well, there you go. But yeah, we're halfway through the season, and I feel like, I mean, there were rumors that it was going to be Han Solo. They were going to do a de-age Harrison Ford.
Oh man.
So
that would be cool.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'd be down for that. I'm good with that. So
I thought it was cool at the end of the Grogu escaping thing, it being the Nubian starship or whatever.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, that was so cool, man.
As soon as I saw that chrome ship, I was like, I know that ship. I know that ship.
It's a nice throwback to using that ship.
Yeah. That was cool, man. I liked it. But because I feel like we've said everything there is to say about Mandalorian, can I talk very quickly about the other show that honestly, and I didn't think I would ever say this, that I'm actually enjoying more than Mandalorian?
What?
Star Trek Picard Season 3.
Man, get off that bullshit.
You need to watch this show. I just skip everything else. Go straight to Season 3. Holy fuck, is this show good? Like, I don't know what stars aligned to get the people at fucking Paramount, to get people who knew what the fuck they were doing to write good stories, but holy shit, this season is fucking on fire, man. And it is just nailing it, dude. Like, I don't want to give any spoilers away, but like, fuck it. We get LaForge is back this last episode. Fucking Data, Lore, B4, fucking Moriarty is in this episode from TNG. Everybody remember Moriarty?
Oh yeah,
dude. And it's not like it's not like they're there just as fan service. Like, it fits the story, dude. The SS Botany Bay. Not Botany Bay. What's not the Botany Bay. What did they call it? The SS Bounty? What the fuck was the name of the Klingon bird of prey from Star Trek 4? It's not the Botany Bay, because that's the other one. That's Khan's ship. What did they rename it? They stole the bird of prey at the end of Star Trek 3 and Star Trek 4. That's what they go back and save the whales with. The HMS Bounty or something like that. I can't remember what the fuck they called it. Anyway, it's in this fucking episode. So is Voyager. So is the original Enterprise. So is the Enterprise A.
The Bounty. Bird of Prey renamed the Bounty.
The Bounty.
The Royal Navy.
Dude, all these ships are in this episode. Because where Geordi is now working, he works at the place where they have all the most famous Starfleet vessels saved. He works there. And you see all these fucking famous ships from Star Trek history. Like, the actual ships are there. And the bird of prey definitely plays into this episode. I'm not going to tell you how. But, like, dude, it's just fucking great, man. I tell you what. If you have ever liked Star Trek, you have to watch this fucking show. Again, skip season 1, skip season 2. Nobody gives a shit. Fuck those seasons. Doesn't matter. You don't need to watch them. Just go straight to season 3. That's all you need to do. And it's great. It's fucking great, man. So I know not everybody has watched it like I have, so I won't go too much into it. I'm not going to blather on about it for a long time. But
I have been thinking about getting Paramount Plus. So
the what?
I've been thinking about getting Paramount Plus.
Yeah, dude. I mean, even if you like get it for like a month. I mean, like I said, we have it because we've got that Walmart thing.
Well, it's actually tempting to get the Walmart thing.
Yeah, we got the Walmart thing, so we get Paramount Plus for free with the Walmart, which is basically like Amazon. It's like $100 a year, and you get free. You know, they'll fucking take your groceries to your door for free. But we got Paramount Plus with that. But Paramount's got, dude, I'll tell you what, Paramount.
I live in the boondocks.
Oh, the boondocks. Well, maybe they don't deliver there. Paramount Plus is actually pretty fucking good. I mean, you don't get the new episodes, but you know, as soon as a season of Yellowstone is over, you get all the old seasons. You get Tulsa King, you get 1883, you get 1923, you get Mayor of Kingstown. There's some other shows on there, like there's one called Poker Face, which is really good. You get Evil, which is really good. Like Paramount Plus has got a lot of good shows on it.
I get Yellowstone on Peacock.
Do what?
Yellowstone's on Peacock.
Peacock, sorry. Fuck, I'm
mixing
up Peacock and Paramount. Never mind. I'm mixing up Peacock and Paramount. I'm mixing my P's up.
Audio.
You're kind of low. It's why I keep having to ask you what you said, because you're a little
better.
Low.
How's this? I cranked the volume wide open.
Yeah, that's a little better.
I don't know what it is. It's like it's barely registered on the StreamYard.
Let's see. 500 Magnum in the chat says, "What happened to the Drake and Josh show? I loved that growing up." What are you, like 25? Like my kid watched that, I think. Isn't that the one with the one kid who was really fat and now he's not anymore?
He was in Red Dawn.
Is it one of those in jail?
Yeah, I think the other one's like a pedophile. Like one lost a bunch of weight and the other's like a pedophile. Oh, 500 Magnum says I'm 26. Yeah, there you go. See, I was pretty damn close. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened to that show other than the real guys. One of them's in jail for being like a fucking pedophile. I don't know which one. Whichever one wasn't the fat one. Because the fat one got really skinny and like ripped. And then because he was in
Red Dawn.
That remake, yeah, the remake of Red Dawn. Which I still claim is a really good movie. I just wish they wouldn't have called it Red Dawn.
Agreed.
Exactly.
So, because I like that movie quite a bit.
Very entertaining movie.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with Red Dawn.
Oh, and Clint over there in the chat says, "Don't forget the Defiant." Yep, the Defiant was there on Picard too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was like the Defiant. There was the original Constitution class Enterprise, the Enterprise A, Voyager, the Bounty, Defiant. I can't remember. It was several like famous ships from Star Trek history were in the episode.
They're doing that. They're bound to bring back the D because the saucer section kind of survived.
Honestly, for a split second there, okay, I thought that we were going to see the D because they're in a situation now on the show where they're running the Titan. They're running the Titan refit on the show. That's the ship they're cruising around on, and they're running it with a skeleton crew, and they've already had the shit kicked out of them multiple times. So I thought when they got to that thing, they were going to like switch ships. And I thought one of the ships was going to be the D. And I was like, oh shit, it didn't happen. But I feel like at some point they're going to switch ships. They're going to have to.
Go to that ship.
The first episode, they romanticized the D so much, it's got to happen.
Yeah. What'd you say, Duke?
And it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen.
Oh,
it's going to be sick to see that ship.
Yeah. Yeah, because they were really, because they in the first episode, they're trash talking it. Like one of the bartenders.
Oh, then it's definitely coming back.
Yeah, the bartender's trash talking the fucking Enterprise D.
Oh, yeah, dude, that's a setup.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Duke, you love Star Trek. You should watch this show.
I should.
Just this season though. Just fucking don't worry about anything else. Just watch this season because I would love to see what you think about it. So, it's great, man. I'm loving it. Like I said, I did not think I personally would get to a point to where I was enjoying any new Star Trek show more than The Mandalorian, but I am actually there.
And what's it on?
Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Do you have Paramount Plus?
Yes.
Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus. And like I said, just don't even watch the first 2 fucking seasons. Just.
That is a requirement. Do not watch those.
Yeah. You don't need to watch them. There's nothing significant that happens in those 2 seasons that you need to see. Just start fresh with season 3. You might have a couple of questions, and if you do, come to the show. I'll explain them to you because I did watch the first 2 seasons. There might be a couple of characters that are like, wait, who is this and why were they there? Blah, blah, blah. I can explain that shit to you. Don't worry about it. Okay? Not a problem. Don't watch the first 2 seasons. Just go straight to season 3. But all right. I want to talk a little bit about Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Now that fucking Corey left, he was the only other one that had seen it. But I did watch this show the other day. This show, or this movie, fucking did not do well at the box office, like fucking at all. It is a bomb. Hardly anybody went to go see it. I watched it. Now, I don't know how many people in here saw the first Shazam movie. I saw the first one. I like the first one. I think the first one's just a good, fun superhero movie. And I would put this one.
I agree with that.
Yeah. And I would put this one right in line with that one. I think this is just as good as the first one. It's just a good, fun superhero movie. I don't think anybody, well, I mean, I guess if you go to Rotten Tomatoes, I guess it's been getting bad reviews or whatever, which again, I don't understand. Like if you like the first movie, you'll like this one. I think it's just as good. I think it's a perfectly fine, fun superhero movie. There's nothing, great about it.
Set in?
Is what?
Do you think superhero fatigue has set in?
I think to an extent, a little bit, yes.
I think the biggest thing was James Gunn opened his mouth and ruined all the movies that's not going to be part of his universe.
Yeah, probably.
He said none of these movies matter. It's not going to be part of the continuity. So,
and not only that, like, when he got brought on as, the new whatever the fuck his title is of DC Studios, like he announced all this shit before there was even so much one script written for any new movie, which makes no sense when you still have 3 movies coming out. You got Shazam, you got Flash, and you got Aquaman. And
nothing should be announced until after those movies.
Yeah. When after those movies come out, that's when you come out and you make announcements about whatever the fuck you want to make announcements about. And instead, he did it before any of these 3 movies came out. I don't know why. And that's not to say like, his movies are going to suck or whatever. I have no idea. I hope they're good. I want good DC movies. But like, yeah, he should have kept his fucking mouth shut. I mean, he really should have. Because like I said, I thought Shazam was a good, fun movie. It's way better than fucking Black Adam was. Way better than Wonder Woman 1984. Better than fucking that first Suicide Squad movie. Better than the theatrical release of Batman v Superman. Like, it's better than half of the fucking DC movies that have come out. So it's not a bad movie. It's a good.
Plus, Mary Marvel.
Yeah, Mary Marvel. Yeah. I mean, apparently she's getting a lot of attention for that shit.
Well, she's quite a lot more curvier than when she was the first movie.
Well, yeah, didn't she? Yeah, because she's like, wasn't she like 18 or something when she did the first movie?
Yeah, they even had somebody else play the
yeah. And then in this version, they're like, oh, she can do it. 4 years later or whatever. She's grown up a bit, but although honestly, I think what's her face is hotter. What's that one chick's name? Blanking on her name. I don't know why I'm forgetting her name. Oh well, whatever. But yeah, it's a good, fun movie, man. Like, look, it's this. I guess it doesn't matter because none of these movies are ever going to get made again. You know, we now know the universe is going to reset and nobody's going to give a shit about fucking, you know, there's not going to be a third sequel or anything like that. So I guess it doesn't really fucking matter. But, like, it's a good, fun movie. I would say, look, if you liked the first one, this is definitely one you want to see. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thought it was fun. It had all the cool action. It had all the humor, you know. I actually, you know, I'll be honest, in some ways, I thought this was a better movie. You know, it was, I mean, I get the first movie was a little, you know, it was more about him becoming, you know, Shazam, and there was a lot of focus on that. And I heard one of the critiques of this movie is the, you know, teenage version of Shazam is hardly in the movie at all. And it's true. He's hardly in the movie at all because he's Shazam most of the movie. He pops up in a few scenes here and there. And when he does, it works really, really well. But having all the rest of the Shazam family there and everything, and they delve more into the mythology and the villains in this movie, I feel like are a little more fleshed out and real in this movie than the guy in the first one. And like, I don't know. I thought, even though I would say I like them both equally, just from an objective standpoint, I think this was probably a better movie than the first one. Just had a little bit better of a storyline, better characters and things like that. All the characters got, you know, a little more fleshed out and things. But yeah, I really dug it, man. I thought it was fun. I had fun with it. So this is another one I'd recommend. Hey, you know, I'll be honest with you. Like, I kind of liked it better than Ant-Man Quantumania. Now, I know to some people that's not saying much because some people did not like that movie at all. I actually liked Quantumania. I thought it had issues, but I liked it. But I will say I had far less issues with Shazam Fury of the Gods than I did Quantumania. So, for whatever that's worth, you know, take it for what you will. We got a super chat out there from Ghost Shadow says, "What's he working on?" I think they're talking to you, Jared. What are you working on?
Oh, I'm doing a leg upgrade kit for the Warfare Cybertron Scorponok, make them taller. Dr. Wu, not Dr. Wu, DNA Designs.
Oh, is that Scorponok back there in the background? That's Scorponok back there?
Yep, that is Scorponok back here.
Damn.
I got one leg on. And makes them the same height as Fort Max.
How much was that? I forgot. The Unicron. Remember the Unicron?
The Unicron. I think the HasLab was around about $500 or something like that.
Which honestly ain't bad for how big that fucking thing was. I mean, I didn't buy it because I wasn't gonna spend that much money, but like,
well,
wasn't that thing like
a third-party Unicron that's smaller? There's a third-party Unicron that's smaller but looks more screen accurate. It's gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't the HasLab sale, I think?
Wasn't the HasLab one like 2.5 feet tall or something?
No, it's actually not that big. It's.
Oh, I thought it was bigger.
It's only a little taller than these Titans. It's what I thought was a ripoff.
Oh.
These Titans.
The only time I ever saw it was I saw a few of the videos before they released it when they were at they weren't at Comic-Con. They did this promo video of it that popped up all over YouTube of it in that glass case.
Yeah.
At one of the shows. I don't remember which show it was. And it was like, I don't know, maybe a couple months before the HasLab went up for sale. And in that glass case, it looked big. It looked like it was about 2.5 feet tall.
No, it's probably about a head taller than a Titan class, like Fort Max. It's a lot of mass to it, but it's not really that tall.
Yeah.
I guess it is about 2.5 feet tall that way.
Yeah.
The Fort Max is 2 feet, and it's a head taller, so it's with the wings that would be 2.5, but at the head it's probably like 26 inches or 27, something like that.
So bigger than any of the other HasLabs we've gotten.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. Fuck. Where the fuck is Corey? I was gonna see if he saw this trailer in front of when he went and saw John Wick today, but there's this movie that came out called Sisu. Or not came out. The trailer dropped in front of John Wick called Sisu. Has anybody heard of this?
Oh yes. That looks fantastic.
This movie, I had never heard of this before I go to the movie today. And
I've seen the trailer for it, and it looks amazing.
Dude, I wish I could play the trailer without getting like a fucking copyright strike. Because holy shit, I would encourage people to go check this out. It's Sisu, S-I-S-U. The trailer's on YouTube. There's a red band trailer on YouTube that's better than the one I saw at the movies, with extra scenes in it. And it's by, I guess, some of the people who did John Wick. I don't know who all was involved in it, but and it's in English, but it's about this. I think he's Swedish. Anyway, it's about this Swedish guy, like towards the end of World War II, that his whole family was killed by Nazis, and now he's living out in the middle of nowhere, and like digging, mining for gold, all by himself with him and his dog. And he finds a bunch of gold and is trying to get back to where he came from with his gold when Nazis come upon him and try and take his gold. And he just goes fucking apeshit on him. Oh, Dom says Finnish, not Swedish. Finnish, sorry. Finnish, not Swedish.
Yeah.
And the trailer looks fucking awesome. Like, it is just this dude slaughtering Nazis in the most creative way. Like, at one point, he just throws a fucking mine at a Nazi's head. And then, boom! Like this trailer looked fucking great. I had never seen this trailer before. I don't know what the hell. I don't know why. I usually keep up on all the trailers going on in the stuff that pops up on YouTube. Never seen this one, and very, very, very happy to see this trailer. I can't wait for this movie to come out.
It's like a throwback movie.
Yeah, and it's just like this dude slaughtering Nazis. It was great. Like, seriously, if y'all get a chance, just type in SISU trailer. Watch this fucking trailer. It's great.
What is it?
Sisu. Did you have that trailer in front of John Wick when you went to see it?
No.
Yeah, so it's this movie that I guess is done by some of the producers of John Wick. Yeah, I would, like I said, I would play the trailer, but I'd get a copyright strike. So
In a heartbeat.
Yeah, but there's a red band trailer on YouTube that's definitely worth watch. Who is fucking the microphone?
Sorry.
That was Tim. Damn you, Tim. You're fired.
But like, yeah, you got to watch this trailer.
Did you buy your microphone dinner first?
Yeah, right.
Let's hope so. But yeah, you got to watch this trailer, man. The thing blew me away. I was like, what in the shit? Why have I never heard of this movie? So I was very, very happy. Very happy.
Yeah. Sorry I duked out in the middle of the conversation.
Duked out in the middle. You bastard.
I've been dealing with shit since 5 o'clock this morning.
Oh, Jesus. Is this family stuff?
Yeah, my dad passed away this morning.
Oh, Jesus,
Sorry,
dude. What are you
Oh,
doing?
shit.
Whoa,
Dude.
dude.
Right here.
You know you don't
Sorry
have
to hear that, Corey.
Like,
Yeah,
you can
man.
go take care of your shit.
Well, I need the distraction.
Fuck, dude.
I can understand that.
Yeah, my condolences. I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, I appreciate it, gentlemen.
You didn't even say anything to me. You were texting me all day. Oh, how did you?
Well, I didn't want to ruin your date with your wife and everything, so I just
it wouldn't have ruined it, but it it's not. Damn, dude. Well, I'm sorry, brother.
I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, if you need anything, I mean, I'm only 10 hours away. And that's not even as far as I can drive in Texas.
Right. I know. That's pretty bad.
I was going to say, I'm in Missouri, and I think I'm closer.
Oh, you probably are. I'm 100%.
Depends on where you are.
I think anywhere in Missouri is closer to where Corey is than I am.
I'm about an hour east of Springfield, so.
Yeah, you're probably closer than him because I used to drive to Warrington. You know where that is? Warrington, Missouri?
More or less, yeah.
And that was around 14 hours for me, 14-ish. So if you're by Springfield, that's like, what, at least 2 to 4 hours less?
Something like that, yeah.
Ridiculous. Oh, real quick, Jared. When is I know I saw it. Is it at the end of April? When does the Ramen Racer shit go on pre-order?
I think it comes. If I remember correctly, what they're going to put the pre-order up starting in first week of April.
First week of April. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So for those that don't know,
I think the early bird ends at the end of April.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, there's a company dropping like a 1/12 scale charger.
I saw that, dude. I've been drilling over it.
I want to get the orange one that looks like the General Lee. That's the one I want.
And they're working with a third-party company that's going to do the decals. And when you order, you got to check off that you want those decals.
Yeah.
There's no extra cost included. But the decals won't come with the car. They'll be shipped independently from the people making the decals.
No. Yeah, I really want that General Lee. I'm just still trying to figure it out.
It's one and done too. You don't have to buy with the other charger. If you want anything other than a black charger, you can buy the kits. But the kits are cheap.
They were like $11, and the other one was 14 or something.
Something like that.
What's the overall cost of the General Lee?
$175.
Oh, damn.
It's huge though. It's like 20 inches long.
Yeah.
It can fit 4 more.
Oh, I know. Like I said, I've been drilling over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I just got to figure out how to come up with a Bo and Duke, or maybe even a Daisy Duke. I don't know.
Yeah, no shit. I might have to go back to. I might have to pull out my bag of tricks and go pull a trick or two. Get my hooker bag.
Yeah. It's going to have lights and sound too. Unfortunately, no Dixie horn.
Speaking of ordering stuff,
well, you can always add the Dixie horn later.
Mm-hmm.
I hate y'all for introducing me to Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah, I gotta feel the same way, especially seeing all the.
So I had to get Moon Knight.
That's a great fucking figure, by the way. I love that thing.
It is. And because I like Hawkeye, I got a Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop, yep.
She's pretty cool. Adrian showed that they're
what was the toy?
Going to do a Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider head too.
What was the website?
Oh yeah, no, I did see that.
Was the website you said you were mad that they showed you?
Big Bad Toy Store.
Big Bad Toy Store. Thank you.
Yeah, that's where I got my Gladiator Hulk from, and that Venom was from Big Bad Toy Store.
They got a bunch of.
You can go broke there.
There's a bunch of.
Yeah, no shit.
Just saying.
Yeah, I saw some of the Warhammer. I was like, damn, man, those are fucking awesome.
Yeah. I think I'm only 3 figures away from having all the Warhammer figures. I mean, unless you count the artist proof ones, which I don't care about. But Other than that, I think I'm 3 figures away from all the Warhammers.
I think Todd's Warhammer figures are better than his DC figures.
Oh, by far. I think his Warhammer figures are his best line.
Yeah.
You know, they're awesome. I hope he keeps doing them. I hope we get another wave soon. So I think he's doing a great job. I wish he would do I wish he'd do some vehicles for that one.
Oh, yeah.
That would be great.
Now, he kicked Hasbro's butt with that Batmobile.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just rubbing in, too. $60.
Oh, dude, it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, I've seen that Batmobile, too.
I'm trying to get that damn Batwing from Spin Master, but it's sold out everywhere. I've been looking for it for like a week.
Yeah.
So
I found
What's it look like?
The Batwing? It's the Batwing from the Flash movie.
Oh, from the Flash movie. Never mind.
But there's 2 of them. One's much smaller than the other one, and the one I'm looking for is the bigger of the 2.
Okay, because the reason I asked is because my local Walmart had like the retro Batwing.
Oh yeah,
I remember.
that one. Yeah.
The bigger of the Spin Master one went to what everybody's hot after right now is it's only like $40.
Mm-hmm.
It fits a 12-inch figure, but people are like modifying it where you can put like seats in it for 6-inch figures.
Yeah. I got put out for a Target alert, and literally 10 minutes after they emailed me that it was back in stock, I clicked on the email, went back to it. It was already sold out again. I was like, God damn.
Jeez, that's quick.
Yeah. So, yeah, everybody's buying that damn thing. But what were you saying, dude, about Big Bad Toy Store?
No, I found a Terminator that is to scale that you can buy off line and then paint it and put it together, and it's like a 6 foot tall exoskeleton. And I'm definitely gonna buy that thing.
Oh shit! It's like a giant model kit.
It's a giant model kit. You put it together, and like it's like I think it's like $700. I'm definitely gonna get that thing, man.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, that's a hell of a model kit, man.
Yeah, but think about painting that, how fun that's gonna be.
Oh hell yeah!
It's like to scale, and then it showed how you can put like red lights in its eyes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that'd be cool as shit.
You're gonna have to make a video on that dude, putting it together, painting it, and setting it all up.
By the way, dude, did you ever finish your Warhammer figure?
I have almost got it done. I just started repainting.
Almost.
So yes.
Okay.
I've got it primed and I've gotten the metal done. So
all
yes,
right.
I've gotten back into the chair.
All right. I'm just checking. I know you had a busy fall. So school and all your other shit going on.
Oh yes.
Yeah, to say the least.
500 Magnum in the chest says, what happened to the Jeepers Creepers? The first one was great. The rest sucked. I actually like part 2. Part 1's better, but I like part 2. I've never seen any other ones. I think there's 4 of them, right?
There is. The 4th one actually seen on F movies the other day. And honestly, I don't care to watch it after finding out,
Oh, about the guy who,
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I've never watched the 3 or 4, so I don't know. I mean, if they're good or suck or whatever, I have no idea. But I like the first 2. I think the first 2 are good.
Oh yeah.
Again, I haven't gone back and watched them for the same reason. When you find out about that dude,
what did we find out?
The guy who wrote and directed those Jeepers Creepers movies was like a fucking pedophile.
Oh, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I know. And it's just
exactly.
like Jesus Christ. So, yeah. So I haven't gone back and watched those movies since I found out about them.
Yeah, same here.
But Wesley in the chat says Arnold is not 6 feet tall, but just the endoskeleton is 6 feet tall, and then you add all the shit on top of it, and you get to the height of Arnold. Arnold's like what, 6'3"?
Well, I mean, Arnold is one thing. What they portray the Terminator as is totally another thing. So, like, the Terminator definitely looked over 6 foot tall in that movie. So I get that Arnold's not. but the way they shot that movie, and whatever canon you want to look up, that dude is definitely 6 foot tall.
Yeah, I think Arnold's like 6'1".
He's not. He's like 5'10" or 9. I've met him.
Oh,
He's
is he?
super short. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was very surprised.
I really thought he was taller than that.
No, he's like not as tall as you think. And he was like, "Hello, Marines. How are you doing?"
When did you meet him?
In 2009 at camp 29 Palms. He came to visit.
I was gonna say, like, you do get shorter when you get older.
Yeah, so whatever. I mean,
Like,
he was
Hogan's nowhere near as tall as Hulk Hogan's not as tall as he used to be. He's like 6'1", 6'2" now because all his vertebrae crunched.
So I would.
And all the back surgery, spinal fusions.
Oh yeah.
Duke,
I would tower over Arnold.
Have you ever seen the Jeepers Creepers movies, Duke?
No.
No. It's a shame. I think
Jeepers Creepers. Where'd you get those peepers? Jeepers Creepers. Where'd you get those eyes?
We watched this movie, and it was like, I think it was kind of like that movie, but there were these dudes on a radio, and they like made fun of a dude, and he came and killed him, and that movie creeped me out so bad. I was.
Oh yeah.
They called him
Joyride.
Yeah,
Joyride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like set him up on a date.
Yeah, Candy Cane. That was the truck driver.
Yeah.
Pixel Phantom in the chat. It's like Jeepers Creepers was made by a real life creeper.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Josh T says, "Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those papers?" I know.
Beat you to it.
Almost done.
Well, technically, he put the super chat in first. You just said it before I could get to the super chat. So,
I'm not even watching the screen or anything because I'm actually currently in the driving.
Oh shit. Well, fine then. I don't know. I started watching a new show this last week, which I have heard of for a couple of years now and never watched until recently, called Ted Lasso. Anybody watch Ted Lasso?
Negatory.
I have not. I've heard of it, but
I've heard of it, but no.
This is actually a really fucking good show. Like, I was surprised I'd heard of it, but like, it's got Jason Sudeikis, you know, the dude who used to be on Saturday Night Live from all the Horrible Bosses movies.
Yeah.
And I honestly had no idea what it was about. I knew it was like sports related, but I didn't know in what way because I don't have Apple Plus TV, whatever the fuck that thing's called. Anyway, started watching it, obviously not on Apple Plus TV because it's got 3 seasons out now. And the premise is that there's a football coach from Kentucky gets hired to run a British football team in the UK.
Okay.
And that's the premise. This like fucking
football or football?
Football. Yeah, so soccer.
Football.
He gets hired to run a soccer team in Richmond, England. And I'm not going to go any fucking details or anything about it. Just it's a good, funny, yet somehow wholesome show. Like, it's really good. It's kind of an encouraging show. Like, it, you know what I mean? It's not dark and depressing. Like, there's always like good things happening for people, or people like able to figure out how to like fix their problems and shit. Like, it kind of reminds me of watching TV back in the 80s or 90s, you know, where you just felt good when you finished watching a show.
Yeah.
You know?
Like Seventh Heaven?
I don't know. I never watched Seventh Heaven because
I watched that. Yeah.
I won't go back and watch it after I found out that the father in Seventh Heaven was a fucking pedophile. So.
Yeah, I found that out years later after it ended. Yep.
Yeah, he's a fucking pedophile. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dog. Oh,
got
this is. I'm a man. These people, man. I tell you what.
Hollywood is fucking sick with them motherfuckers. They're just rampant.
Oh man, you know who just got arrested an hour ago?
Trump.
Ant-Man 3 and Creed star Jonathan Majors was arrested in New York for domestic violence.
Jesus.
Domestic violence. Okay. Well, there you go.
I actually started watching a new TV show with my wife earlier called it's on Netflix called The Night Agent.
Yeah, I've been wanting to watch that. It just came out like a couple of days ago. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, we started watching. I think we're on like the 5th or 6th episode. It's pretty damn good so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
What, Duke?
Just thinking, man. Thinking.
All right.
Thinking. You got one show
Mhm.
that you could keep on going, and you get to be a writer.
He's done.
What TV show are you picking
That's awesome.
that you can pick back up?
Ooh.
That you can pick back up. It has to be a canceled TV show. No
Jericho.
longer aired.
Yeah, Jericho is mine pick too. So
Yeah, dude, that's like that would be it. There's nothing else
Yep.
I want to bring back.
I mean, there's a
That-
couple other things.
That would be cool.
Firefly.
to bring back, but like that's the one by far that I want most to come back.
Yeah.
Firefly.
Yeah, exactly.
And Farscape.
Oh, Farscape would be another good one. I love Farscape.
Yeah.
Although it would also be nice,
Farscape was my jam back in the day.
it would also just be nice to get another Stargate back on the air.
Oh, that too.
So that'd be cool. We got a super chat from Derek out there in the chat. Says, has anyone seen the 65 movie? Been hearing a lot of hate on it. Hard to see movies these days with a 3-year-old and 1-year-old at home. First of all, I've been there, brother. Second, I haven't seen it yet, but I've only heard good things about it. I've heard like it's just a fun movie. It's got, it's basically, sci-fi with dinosaurs. I mean, everybody who I've heard that has seen it has been like, hey, it's not Macbeth, but it's just like a really fun movie. So
That's the one with Adam Driver, right?
Yeah. You got Adam Driver shooting dinosaurs with a fucking ray gun. Like, okay, cool.
I like the premise of it too. I haven't seen it, but I just like the premise of the idea that
Yeah.
aliens, which are humans, came to this planet and encountered dinosaurs for the very first time.
Uh-huh. It sounds cool to me. I've seen the trailers. Trailers look good. And then, like I said, the people I know that have seen it said it was a good movie. So I haven't really heard anybody hating on it. I know it didn't do very well at the movies. I mean, it's still at the movies, but I know it hasn't been doing well.
But nothing is doing well at the movies.
Yeah.
Like very few things do well at the movies anymore.
I think the next movie that's probably going to do really well at the movies, Fast and Furious, and then the next one after that is going to be the Flash movie.
What's that toy shop again?
BigBadToyStore.com. Or you can just type in bbts.com. It'll take you to the same place.
If you're interested in Transformers, I highly recommend the Chosen Prime. They got other stuff too, but they're like one of the best places to get Transformers. Plus, they got a system too where once you get up you can what they do like what they call roller stash. Big Bad Toy Store has a pile of loot system similar to it. The Chosen Prime, you get up to $150, you get free shipping. So you can just keep stockpiling stuff till you hit the free shipping point.
Yeah. Magnum or 500 Magnum says, I've seen the TV series, but I've played the game many times. Has Joel and Ellie met Sam and Henry yet on the Last of Us show? Sam and Henry, those are the kids, right? Yeah, he met them. He met them. They met in what fourth or fifth episode? Fourth or fifth episode? I can't remember which. Something like that. They're on 2 episodes, so it's like episode 4 and 5 or episode 5 and 6. I don't remember.
Dog, what did you do?
Did you go to the website?
Yeah, man. Retro Spider-Man collection. Yo. This gonna give me some trouble. And I'm buying a gun on Monday. I'm definitely getting in trouble for that.
I would avoid anything Super 7 though.
Battletoads, that game was fire on the Sega.
Yep.
Remember, wasn't there Battletoads and Double Dragon? They did like a mashup.
Did they?
Yes.
I remember Double Dragon. I played the shit out of some fucking Double Dragon.
Double Dragon and Battletoads. I'm gonna look that up. I'm telling you that happened.
Contra was another one I played a lot of quarters in.
Oh fuck! I loved Contra.
Battletoads and Double
remember
Dragon.
Super Contra on the Super NES?
I never played on that one.
Oh, Contra, Contra 2, Contra 3, Super Contra. Those games were awesome. I love those fucking games. My favorite was the spread shot. Were you a little bumblebee there?
Yeah, one of my masterpiece figures I get from Extron Spots. They came with a small Perceptor, Brawn, and Bumblebee. I actually repainted the face on this Bumblebee. It was so tiny, and I was proud I did that small. The eyes were painted on the cheeks instead of the eye sockets. But on an episode, like in the G1 cartoon, Perceptor, Brawn, and Bumblebee shrunk down and went inside Megatron.
Dude, I got a couple of heads I need to paint. I need to just send them to you because I suck at eyes.
Oh, send them to me. I'll paint them up for you.
I got two. I got a Tobey Maguire Spider Peter Parker head, and I got an Andrew Garfield Peter Parker head. The Andrew Garfield one I've already tried painting once, and I fucked up his eyes horribly, and so I just stripped everything off of it, and I've never gone back and tried to repaint it. I just fucking suck at eyes, man. My hands aren't steady enough to sit there and do fucking eyes. I've tried.
It's the hardest thing.
I just fucking suck at it, and I need to get those two done because I got figures I want to put those heads on, and I can't do it. I can't do it. I've tried. I can do hair really easily. Lips, not a problem. Eyes, I fuck up every time.
Have you fitted the heads yet to the bodies?
Not yet.
Just when you do, just send them to me. The bodies and all, I'll fit it and paint them up for you.
Okay, I might do that because I need to get. I want to get those done, but all I've done so far is I did fill in the. I filled in one of the heads because they come empty because they're 3D printed heads, so they come empty. Yeah. So I filled one in with the epoxy so that I can drill it out to the right size, but I haven't drilled it out yet. So
I need to come email back Aves. I picked up the product I want to try.
The what?
I emailed Aves and just hopped them up a little bit. Told them I got a YouTube channel. They're like, oh, well, that's wonderful. Pick out a product. We'll send it to you. You can try it on the channel.
Oh yeah. That's right. You were telling me about that the other day.
I was like, sweet.
Yeah.
Which it is the best sculpting material I've ever used. I've never tried their clay, and reading up on the clay, it sounds really promising.
Yeah, I gotta try some sculpting stuff. I need to go up to Hobby Lobby and grab some stuff and just play around with it because I've never played around with any of the sculpting stuff. I haven't jumped onto that bandwagon yet. Like I said, I haven't even got to the point where I can paint eyes decently. So
my eyes look like Steve Buscemi every time I try to do them, and I'm telling you what, I stick with dudes with helmets for that reason. Because my dude, he looks like Steve Buscemi from Crazy Eye or whatever. Like, no matter how hard I try.
In your defense, though, you fucking paint Warhammer figures that are like that goddamn big.
Yeah, but there are dudes who can make those eyes look normal. Every time I do it, the dude looks like he's Steve Buscemi Crazy Eyes. Well, I'm like, every time I built Space Marines, they always had helmets. Nobody was rocking anything other than that. And if it was like a hero and he didn't have a helmet, I would just shade it like a whole bunch so it looked like his eyes were like barely open or something like that. And I just would like throw some glasses on him or something. Like we do an eye patch.
So well, now what are you going to do with that dude I sent you? Because he doesn't have a helmet on.
Well, that's man, I know. I got to really
he's bigger. He is bigger.
He is bigger. That'll be easier than when they're super small and you have like a just a dot. Like it's super hard to do it that way.
Yeah. No, but I can't even do eyes on that scale. Like what I sent you, I fuck up the eyes every goddamn time I try.
Well, I get
every
that.
fucking time. I have fucked it up many times. I got one. I was trying to do. I don't remember who I was trying to do, but I took just a little head from. I think it was the Age of Apocalypse, Jean Grey, and I was like, I'm gonna fix her up and do something else. I don't remember what I was gonna do with her, and I was trying to avoid the eyes, but I was trying to take that tattoo off of her face. And inevitably, I took off one of her eyes by accident. I was like, okay, well, I guess I got to redo the eyes now. And I did such a horrible job. I was just like, I just wiped it all off when I fucking took the stuff I used to remove the paint. I just wiped it off, and I was like, fuck. And I never went back and tried to fix it. So I got like this blank-faced Jean Grey with nothing on her face sitting in my yeah.
Oh my god.
Shit, she got no eyes, no lips, no nothing. It's just
That's funny.
Tone
to make things easier on myself, I've been working on developing like a eye water slides.
Like, what do you mean, like decal type stuff, or what do you mean?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can actually just get, all you need to do is get the white here, and you put the decal over top.
Well, that's
just getting the scaling just right is the thing. I've used them with when I painted all those bulkheads up.
Mm-hmm.
I have a sheet of just irises and pupils, and several of those folks. That's how I did the eyes, and just speed things up painting them. Because I used a high resolution laser printer and printed them out, and so I was able to just cut them out, and I painted the eyelashes up top and the whites the eyes, and just plugged in the pupils, the irises and pupils. Made things so much easier doing that.
Yeah, I bet it is. Yeah, one of these.
I can paint them by hand, but I like speeding things up sometimes.
Yeah.
Plus, you get them exactly symmetrical when you're doing it with the water slides.
I always get like one pupil, like when I'm trying to do it, like even if I get the whites right, I get like one pupil way bigger than the other, and then one's looking off to the left.
So, yeah, you just need to make a custom.
He looks
it's
like
retarded Batman.
Spooder Man.
He's just like, nope, that's not gonna work.
There's a meme like out with using the painting scene in Titanic. Paint me like one of your action figures and got the eyes all like crazy painted.
Yeah, Battletoads and Double Dragon definitely had a game together. You don't remember that?
I do not remember this.
Yeah, here you go.
So last time I tried to do eyes, the last time I did eyes to where I actually fucking left them is I was making a Magneto. So I did this kind of a classic Magneto. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I did like a classic Magneto without his helmet on, and I just was like, well, he's using his powers, so his eyes are. I mean, he got white eye because every time he used his powers in the comics, his eyes were whited out. And I was like, yeah, we're just gonna stick with that. He's just got the white eyes.
They did the same thing with when they're Magnetos.
Show them again.
Yeah. Here, wait. Let me do the better camera here. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Let me see it again.
I think that tickled the sphincter.
Here's the better camera. Because I was like, fuck, I don't know what else to do. I kept trying to put pupils on him and it didn't work. I just did his eyes white. I'm telling you, dude, I suck at eyes, bro. I fucking suck at eyes. Seriously. I can't do them. I can't fucking do them. I fuck it up every goddamn time. So
That's funny. I think it's more funny that Duke laughing about it.
yeah. I mean, the figure itself is fine, but like, yeah, the eyes fucking suck. So yeah, he looks like in the comic strips where they just had big white eyes, you know?
Yeah, like Storm when she uses her powers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Superbad says, one of these days I got to pull out my custom fitted movie accurate TMNT Michelangelo suit made by my aunt that has worked for several big named FX companies. Holy shit, that'd be awesome.
Oh,
Hell yeah, you ought to do a video on that.
Yeah, no shit.
Be fucking cool as shit.
You gotta do a video with you wearing it.
500 Magnum says, in your opinion, what is the worst movie ever made? For me, it's Black Christmas Remake, the newest about the stupid cult that absolutely has nothing to do with Black Christmas. Worst movie ever made. Worst movie ever made. I think part of what would go into it is like there's a level of expectation there, because there's a lot of movies that come out that are just fucking horrible, but you have no expectation from them.
Yeah.
So like, what would be the worst fucking movie ever because you expected at least something decent and then got shit?
Not that I was expecting anything, you know, it to be glorious or anything, but for a long time, one of the worst movies I ever saw was Carnival of Souls. That was a horrible fucking movie.
I don't remember. I don't know that one.
That was one I think came back out in the late 90s.
Hang Solo's got a good answer out there in the chat. Green Knight. Holy shit, did that movie fucking suck? That movie was fucking horrible, and I love Arthurian legend movies, you know, Excalibur and stuff like that. I love all the, you know, King Arthur and his knights and all that shit. I love everything having to do with those stories about King Arthur. And Green Knight was such a god fucking awful movie. That movie was so motherfucking boring. There's literally a scene in the movie where for I think a solid 6 minutes, it's just the Green Knight staring, or is it Percival? I can't remember which knight it is. Staring at the Green Knight, who's just a large tree dude who looks kind of like Groot. And they're just sitting, staring at each other for like 6 straight minutes of the movie, not saying anything. That's the movie at one point. Like nothing's happening. There's no like, you know, dialogue in the background explaining what's going on. It's just you're watching them watch each other for you know how long 6 minutes in a movie is when nobody's saying anything and nothing's happening?
So long.
Holy shit, that movie fucking sucks. That's a good one. That's a good answer right there. I don't know. For me, it might be something like Batman and Robin. You know?
No.
Because the 89 Batman was fucking perfection. Batman Returns wasn't as good as the first one, but still really good. I still really like Batman Forever. I thought Val Kilmer did a good job. It was a little more, you know, cartoony-esque, but still really good. And then Batman and Robin came along, and there's like a level of expectation there for the fourth movie, the fourth Batman movie, and then you get that dog shit. That'd be a contender for worst movie ever. What else?
I would say something like Star Wars Episode 9 or Episode 8. Because it's so much like I haven't even watched any of those over. I've never watched any Star Wars movie over again. And I had Star Wars carved in the back of my head as a child.
Yeah.
Like my mom took me to the barber and they put Star Wars in the back of my head because I was going to see Star Wars like when it came out in the special edition. Like I love Star Wars and I've never rewatched a sequel trilogy. So I would say like any of those, like not the 1 is okay, but 2 and 3 are horrible. Like yeah, I would say it has to be something like that because it has the potential to be good. So I criticize you more because you should be good, but you're not.
Yeah.
Much less like Waterworld, which was just like didn't do well at the box office.
Which, by the way, I still love Waterworld.
Oh, I love Waterworld.
I do too. Yeah.
People
I got one just to be.
And I'm like, that's a pretty good fucking movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another one for me. Contact.
Oh,
that was fucking horrible.
After you talked about it, I had never seen it, and I watched that like a year ago. That was so bad.
God damn, that movie sucks.
Yeah,
that movie's so fucking horrible. Like you're dealing with this mediocre movie for like 2 hours and 15 minutes. so that at the end of the movie, you fucking get to see aliens and shit, and you get to the reveal, and she's talking to her dad on a fake CGI beach, and then, oh, well, there was 24 hours of static. Fuck you and your whole goddamn movie. Like, seriously. That movie fucking sucks ass. And what's his face who wrote the book? I'm blanking on his name. It's not Michael Crichton, right? Who's the guy that wrote Contact? It's not Michael Crichton. It's one of the other big, sci-fi fucking guys that does shit. Anyway, like, no, it's
Carl Sagan.
Horrible. No.
Carl Sagan.
Is it Carl Sagan that wrote it?
Carl Sagan.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, novel. Carl Sagan.
Yeah, there's some shit. I don't know. Those are just some of my choices for worst movie of all time. I don't know if like I would have to really think about it for an extended period of time. I'm sure there's more movies I could come up with, but those are some egregiously bad ones right there.
Escape from New York.
Yo, why you gotta talk like that, homie? Y'all just trying to fuck with me. I ain't sleeping yet. That's why y'all messing with me.
I'm just fucking with you, dude.
Trying to get my brain box, man. You don't even know about how cool that show is.
No, it's a good show. I actually watched that like a week ago.
Have you ever seen the original beginning? There's 10 minutes that you don't see.
I haven't. You told me about it, but I've never seen it.
It's. I see why they cut it out. It's not great. It's weird. He's on like a space train, and he after robbing the bank, and he gets caught. But it's like 10 minutes of him like in some weird futuristic subway, and like they capture him, which is his entrance is less cool if you do it that way versus he's out of a van, and he's got like, I don't give a care attitude, and he's getting marched into the detention center as people are dying. That's way cooler. So. Yeah. It's when he gets caught and when whatever Fresno Bob betrays somebody or something, or it's whatever that is.
Superbad in the chat says all of us have boxes full of incomplete, half-done projects. Yeah, I got like boxes of shit. I got like I got boxes full of shit that just looks like I'm a fucking action figure serial killer with just like half bodies laying around of shit that I want to fucking do. Yeah, it's fucked up. James D said there are YouTube channels on painting miniatures. Yeah, I those come across my feed all the fucking time on YouTube and on Facebook, all the time. Some of the stuff, like, cause I like the ones on Facebook because they're usually like 1 to 2 minute videos of somebody doing like Warhammer or something, and like I look at them doing that shit, and they are just fucking going so goddamn quick, and doing such an amazing job with very like seemingly for them. Although if I tried to do it, it'd take me like 4 hours and I'd fuck it up. But like for them, it seems like very little effort, and they're just like seamlessly doing. And they're dealing with fucking miniatures this goddamn big, and they're just like, and they come back with another color, and then they're dry brushing, and then it just like, and then the figure's done, and it looks fucking perfect. I'm like,
all right,
I can't even do that with a 6-inch scale figure where I've got more room to work. Like
I will show you a video. Let me get my stuff out sometime. I will commit to next week. I will get a camera ready and I will go through live with you a little tutorial on like a base Space Marine, and I'll show you what I do, and then I'll tell you it's all cheats, and it'll be super if you want to do it sometime.
Okay.
So we'll do it live. It'll do it something like that. It'll be cool. And I'll just show you a couple of techniques that I do that make it super easy and fun and hide stuff and make you step up your game tenfold.
You should go on the Collector Express customizing stream sometime.
Okay, yeah.
We got to hang out and customize on stream.
Yeah.
What was more fun for you, doing the figures or doing the vehicles? Because I feel like the vehicles.
That's okay. That's a hard question to answer because as soon as you would get tired of doing like a bunch of figures, I would buy like a $20 or $25, $30 vehicle and I would spend a night doing a vehicle and it would be so much fun. But then you would want to go back to the other. And that's where I like Space Marines is because you could get away. I had like 20 rhinos, which are the transport trucks, and you could do them in different configurations, and then you could do them with like artillery pieces. So not only did you get to make and paint the vehicle, but you could do it in a different set of configurations. So it could have like rockets or a laser gun or a plasma gun or machine guns. So it all depended on what you were going to fight. So like if I was fighting hordes, I wanted like massive machine guns because it was just going to be a bunch of aliens coming at my Space Marines. So I needed like multiple machine gun turrets. So you would put those on the vehicles, and then that was fun. And I would work on battle damage. So I would take a wood. What's that thing you use to a wood burner? And a wood burner would allow you to make scratches that looked like alien claws that had acid into the side of your vehicles, or holes like it got shot up by like an orc tank. So those were I love doing vehicles. Vehicles were the best, and they were tracked, so there was this kind of like retro World War II, Cold War feel to it.
Yeah,
and
well, I mean, all the stuff in there kind of looks. It has kind of a steampunky vibe to it.
Yeah, and especially depending on the army you choose. But like I did Space Marines, and so I did my Blood Angels looked like Romans. So I did like a lot of red with gold accents, and then like really clear silver bolts, like rust, like good strong swords, and with accented with like blue eyes. So I always had stuff like that, and then they had decals that looked that would be transferred. So you'd put them in water, and then you'd take them out with like a little tweezer, and you could put them on your vehicle. So you could make the back of your vehicle have some sort of cool design that was like pro painted. And I would put like "Death to the Bugs" or like "Glory to the Empire" written really small, so it was like a World War II bomber. Like "Give them hell," things like that. And so, did I like vehicles better? Yes, but it was like I would do vehicles in between every 50 to 100 guys, so it would kind of change things up. And the Space Marine vehicles, there was flyers that had like side doors. So there was it's called the gunship. It had like side doors, so you could have like Marines hanging out the side, shooting aliens, and so you could. Oh, it was all limitless possibilities, man.
Yeah.
So vehicles were my favorite, but like the bread and butter was were the troops. So
yeah. These are the Warhammer figures I have not opened up yet. I've had these in boxes forever. I need to open them up. I've got what the fuck do I even have? I got a Tyrannid.
Oh, I love that. That is okay. Those are. Is that a Gene Stealer?
Yeah, hold on. Let me make this bigger.
A lot of people bought that to Troop Build.
What's that called?
Tyrannid. Yeah, Gene Stealer.
Yeah, those guys are. That's a cool. See, I did for those guys. Same thing, but where the red is, I did purple, a dark purple. I look. There's some kind of sidebrid or something of those, but those guys are cool looking.
And what else do I got? Oh, I got one. I still haven't opened this dude up. My flayed one.
Oh, that's creepy.
So I got him that I haven't opened up yet. I got my Raven Guard Sergeant.
See, that's a cool looking. That's super cool.
Yeah. And then which one's this one? Oh, this is my Ultramarines Primaris Intercessor.
Oh yeah.
Got him. And then the last one is my Blood Angels Hellblaster.
Let me see. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So those are, and once I get those opened up, I think there's 3 that I'm missing total for everything that they've put out. There's 3 of the figures, one of which I can't get. It's the original Necron, the one with the gun, and he was from the first wave of figures they put out, and he's so fucking expensive that I haven't bought him because you can't buy him new. You got to buy him like on eBay on the secondary market. And so I don't have him. And then there's a couple other Marines that I don't have, I think. Oh wait, no, the other one I don't have the big dude. What's the big bald guy? Huge. He's like the size of an orc, but he's human.
Oh, the
he's not
ogre?
Is he an ogre? Yeah, he's an ogre. No, is he an wait, which ones are the orcs and which ones are the ogres? I've got all the green ones.
His name is Ogryn.
Origin or something like that. They renamed him Ogren, something like that.
Yeah, so I don't have him. I don't have the original Necron, and then I think there's one of the Marines I don't have, and I think those are the only 3 of those Warhammer figures that I don't have yet.
In the private chat, I just sent on Amazon a Warhammer figure. It looks like a Cthulhu head on that forearm thing that you just pulled up. That you got.
Oh yeah, that's one of the artist-proof ones. Yeah, one of the artist-proof Gene Stealers. I wish he would come out with, because I'm not trying to paint these. I wish he would come out with, because he does these variants that I wish. I
love that head on that
full color, molds of some of those, because he comes out with the variants in the artist-proof versions. And I'm like, that's cool. Can you just make that already painted? I'd buy it. Like,
yeah. That Cthulhu head is badass looking.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, like I said, I think Warhammer in general, I think is probably my favorite line out right now, just because the figures are fucking awesome.
Yeah, I like that black one.
Yeah,
I may have to pick some of these up, but a lot of them are discount on Amazon.
Oh, dude, they're a lot of them are cheap as shit. I haven't paid full price for any of them. They go on clearance at GameStop and shit all the time. So they're not expensive. The only ones I've found that are expensive are there's like that Primaris I got was hard to find, and the only reason I got him for a decent price because the box is all busted up. And then like that original Necron is expensive as shit because he was an army builder, and so nobody had them. Everybody was sold out of them because everybody was building Necron armies. And so, like, there's a couple of them that are expensive, but most of them are really.
Yeah, Necron is like one of the only expensive ones on Amazon. It's like $40.
Yeah,
it looks cool as hell, though.
Yeah, it looks cool. He also looked like he'd make a really good repaint for like a T800, man.
Or Metallo.
Yeah, Metallo. Yeah. So, let's see. Lead Lace in the chat says the only good thing about Batman and Robin was Alicia Silverstone's tits in a bat suit. Sure. Who's snoring?
Not me. I'm here, baby.
That's my dog.
Oh, okay. All right. Then
and she's on the other side of the wall.
All right.
I looked at her, my desk. It's like, is she under my desk?
500 Magnum says Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift is one of the worst movies ever made. I actually like Tokyo Drift. The one I don't like is 2. The one Fast and Furious 2 where it
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah, Too Fast, Too Furious. Yeah, I don't like that one. To me, that one's the worst one. But Tokyo Drift is one of those movies, much like the remake of Red Dawn. Like, I like the movie. I just don't think it should have been called Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they later on incorporated some of those characters into the Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah, I was gonna say, how many movies did they spend trying to fit Tokyo Drift into the series after the fact?
I know, because it's not really a Fast and Furious movie, but I still like it. I think it's a fun movie. But
Sling Blade's little boyfriend is the main star. That kid from Sling Blade, and that's the main star of Tokyo Drift.
Oh, is that him?
Yep.
Yeah, Lucas Black. Yeah,
I didn't know that was the same kid. I
think Lucas Black also.
I think I've only ever seen Sling played once, and that was back in like '97 or whenever the fuck it came out.
We need to edit some while they're working on the Mustang, and Carl comes, ain't got no gas in it.
Mm-hmm.
Pipe out there in the chat says you guys need to figure out how to play Shredder's Revenge together. I've played Shredder's Revenge. Me and Honda used to play it. It's a really good game, but it's not a long game. It's really fucking quick. I think we played it. I think it took us maybe an hour to beat that game, me and Honda. I wish they'd come out with like some add-ons to it or something, or the part 2 or something, because it was a good game. It was like real old school. Like, you know, everybody in here has played the old school, like Ninja Turtles arcade and shit. And it's like that. Oh, yeah. It's just kind of a new story. And it's, you know, it just came out like, was it last year? I can't remember when it came out, but it's not that old, like a year, maybe a year and a half at the most. And you could download it on Steam, and it was really cheap. It was like $16 or something. But it, like, again, it takes like an hour to beat. So it's not a very extensive game, but it was fun. Ledley says, huh?
I was just going to say, talking about Lucas Black, the first thing I ever saw him on, I don't know if it was before Sling Blade or maybe kind of during it, but he played on a TV show. It was like American something. I can't remember, but where like the sheriff or some mayor of the town was like the devil.
I know exactly
back in the 90s.
About. I know exactly what you're talking about. It had Gary, what's his face, was the dad, the mayor or whoever the fuck he was. American Gothic. Yeah. American Gothic is what you're talking about.
Something like that, but yeah, it was way back in
the
mid-90s.
But I've heard it was good. I've never watched it. It only had
good.
But
yeah, it was good.
I've heard of it, but yeah, it's got what's his name, Gary, whatever the fuck his name is. The guy from he was the dad in the Brady Bunch movies, and he was the boss in I don't want to say Opportunity Knocks, not Opportunity Knocks. Fuck. What's the really famous movie about how work sucks?
Office Space.
Office Space. Thank you. I'm having brain farts like a mother.
Yo, what's up? What's up with your boy Lead Lace Archery? Want to know how I met my wife? You say he questioning my ability to meet women because I played Warhammer. Let me tell you what, I kept that shit in a closet while we were dating. That's the truth. We got married, and I'm like, so I've got some things I'm going to show you.
now that we have a contract, a legal binding contract.
Gotcha, bitch. Now that I've got you, I'm gonna.
When you were dating, you were just like all Mr. Ex-Marine all the time. You hit
what I do.
Warhammer and your crayons.
Yeah,
just like
the Warhammer was. I mean, she came to one of my shows, so she saw that I was like goofy. It's like, oh, this guy dances around and like acts like a weirdo. So okay, okay, cool. But she was into that. But she definitely didn't know everything. I kept things on the reps.
Yeah.
But we only dated for 3 weeks before I asked her to marry me, so it wasn't that long. So
there you go.
There you go. We got married like a month later.
Long at all. You like jumped right into it, man.
Shit. Oh, she's very pretty, and I look like Fred Flintstone. So I was.
You locked that shit down quick.
Lock it down before she had a chance to think.
Yeah, everyone thought that she was pregnant when we got married, and that was not the case. But it was definitely the rumor around town. So,
speaking of Duke and marching around as a Marine, did you see that picture that Jolly sent into the private text earlier?
That was funny with the crayon kid. Yeah,
crayon band.
Yeah,
that was funny.
That shit was great.
Like 4 people sent that to me today. It was very funny that he sent that at the same time. Like, hey,
viral. Today.
Hey, look, it's you.
Now I got to Photoshop that on Fred Flintstone.
Look,
yeah, there you go.
You.
No, I got to bust out that picture I already did of you as Fred Flintstone.
And put a bandolier of crayons on it.
Crayon bandolier on it.
That'd be pretty funny, actually.
I think it should be called a bandolier.
By the way, I almost used that same picture for your GI Joe, and I was like, no, let me find a more flattering one.
Thank you, much appreciated.
Which, by the way, was really difficult because
Yeah.
you don't put pictures out everywhere. I had to like fucking stalk you to find your wife's shit to fucking steal a picture of it.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was like, okay, that one looks decent. That one looks very GI Joe.
Yes. Lots of fun.
You know, you got to do a figure for all of this other nerds in here.
Dude, I was gonna do one for you. I couldn't get the shit done I wanted to do in time for Christmas. I already know exactly what I want to make you. I fucking know all the my biggest issue is the package for it. I didn't have the things I needed to have to make the package for it that I wanted to make, but the figure itself, I know exactly what I need to make it. I couldn't get the stuff I needed done or find. So I was even looking like on Etsy to see if somebody could make me a custom thing for it. Cause I made Duke's, but Duke's was like just a flat card back thing. And, you know, it took me a little while to, you know, get to Photoshop the picture and get it just right. And then I took it and had them make sure they printed it to the right size and everything. But it wasn't that difficult. Yours, I would just it was a pop, and getting pop fucking boxes custom made is a pain in the dick. And I don't have a way to do that. Like, I don't have a printer that can print on cardboard. And I was trying to figure out how to get it done. I know exactly all the pieces I need to make the pop. I just couldn't make the package in time. So that's what happened.
Dude, the Funko Pop should be holding a can of fish.
It's got to have a cowboy hat.
Yeah. No, dude, I had it said it was going to be awesome, and I fucking could. But I spent all my time trying to figure out, because I knew I didn't want to just give you a fucking pop. I was like, I want it in the package and everything. You know, I want to do like a custom fucking package for it, because the pop part's fucking easy. Doing that, you know, I knew how to make that. The package like sells it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been cool. Like Duke, it would have been cool to give you a little GI Joe yourself, but like the package sells it, right?
Exactly. I'm like, yo, this is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been cool anyway, just without the package, but it wouldn't have been anywhere near as fucking cool without the fucking card back and everything. So that's what I was trying to do, and I couldn't fucking, like, I even was like I went online, and there are places that sell like the whatever you call it, that shows you exactly what shape the cardboard needs to be folded up and glued together into the right size and everything. But it's like much bigger than you would think, and it's bigger than a piece of paper, which is as big as I can print on. And so it was just a pain in the ass, and I was trying to figure out how to do it, and I couldn't figure out how to do it in time.
It's called Kinko's.
Nah, because down here I went to the same print shop that I got Duke's done at. Was you know, like I said, it's just a weird size and shape, that box, because it has to be this weird fucking ass shaped thing, and then printed a certain way, and then when you fold it up, it makes a nice little box with the lids and the flaps and all this shit in it. And I was just, it was hard.
Does Kinko's still exist?
I'm sure. I don't have Kinko's down here. I go to Office Depot when I need shit printed. But
well, you can just do it whenever you got time, or can you figure it out?
Yeah, I just need to figure that out, because that's the only thing I couldn't figure out. The pop was like, that's easy. I know exactly which pops I need to put together and paint and do that shit. That's the easy part. The package, that's a pain in the dick. But yeah, I was gonna make a custom Corey fucking pop.
Huh? I guess Kinko's don't do this anymore. It's all FedEx print and ship centers is what.
Oh, FedEx buy them out? Is that what it is? That's probably what happened. That makes sense. That makes sense. FedEx would have bought Kinko's out. So, yeah.
Well, now you got me curious to what it's going to look like.
Somebody was going to say something, and I didn't see what.
Speaking of GI Joes, I can't remember his name, with that one you did a video on recently with the eagle.
Oh yeah, Spirit.
I want that dude. Yes, I want that dude.
Spirit is an awesome figure. I love that damn thing.
Someone clipped him saying, "I want that dude. I want that dude."
Yeah, let's not.
And then we can call Tim gay, and then play that clip. It'll be great.
Yeah, Spirit is fucking awesome. Spirit's great.
He is a cool figure.
Just kidding, Tim. Just kidding.
So, yeah.
Oh, I don't care.
You big gay guy.
Well, 6'5", 265, so yeah, I'm not little.
Tim's a bear.
You all right?
Tim's a bear.
I'm good, baby. I'm just thinking on my life choices.
Does that make Duke an otter?
An otter.
An otter? No, Duke's bigger than an otter, right?
Yeah, I'm way cooler than an otter too.
I don't know.
Those
Some people would
dudes
say
are not
otters are pretty cool. I don't know.
I mean, isn't an otter just a bear with less hair? Or wait, what's the hairless one?
I thought the otters were the fucking like little.
They're little and furry, you're right.
I look like I'm wearing a Wookiee suit without my shirt on, so I'm gonna be real clear about that. Like, it's all Greek, baby. Okay, so there ain't nothing about no being no hairless thing. Okay. I remember I was talking to this girl I liked one time, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I just like guys that are swimmers because they have no hair." I'm like, "Oh, yep, that's your subtle hint. You don't like me because I had like chest hair coming out of my t-shirt." I'm like, "Yep, I'm just gonna walk away because I feel worthless."
So Duke would be the size of a baby Sasquatch.
Baby Sass. Like look like what's his name in that movie?
Chewbacca.
Pick of Destiny? No, the Pick of Destiny, when he eats shrooms and he has a little like adventure with Bigfoot and he sings a song. You ever seen that movie?
I've never seen Pick of Destiny. I know what it is.
Oh my gosh, dude. He's like, "I'm your little baby Sass," and he goes into a huge tirade song. Very, very funny.
That's the one with Jack Black, right? The Tenacious D, Pick of Destiny.
Yeah.
Duke is a mini Squatch.
A mini Squatch. That's funny.
Let's see. 500 Magnum in the chat says the Blade movie with Sticky Fingers is one of the worst movies ever made. It's an abomination, while the ones with Wesley Snipes are awesome. Wasn't that a TV? I didn't think it was a movie. That was a TV series. What? Right?
Yeah, that was they did a TV show about it.
I've never seen it, but
I tried watching it, but
yeah.
Was it on only like a season?
I think it's all. Yeah, it's one season.
It was a Tim Allen TV show.
Yeah, I've never seen it. The movies are fucking awesome, but
you're supposed
to.
The third one's like,
I still like the third one. It's not great, but I still like.
They didn't let him. Wesley just didn't want to try in that movie.
Yeah, he didn't give a shit in that movie.
They wouldn't let him have. He saved the franchise with 2. He made them do let him do the second movie, and then it was a success. Then when they did 3, wouldn't let him any control whatsoever to the third movie.
Dude, I really wish they would bring him back. Like, I think he should be the new Whistler to Blade.
Yes, and Daryl Dixon needs to be in it too.
Hell, he's in good shape. He can still be Blade. Just incorporate all the Blade movies into the MCU. It was just happening. They just didn't know it was happening.
Yeah, or they could just turn Blade, because they've already got Mahershala Ali, whatever his fucking name is. I don't know how to say his name. Marshall or Ali. We're just calling him Marshall. Because he's already going to be the new Blade, which is cool. But like,
Maybe.
either have him be Whistler or have him be like the second Blade, and he just took up the mantle of Blade, and then Blade is Whistler. Like, I don't know. I just think those original Blade movies need some goddamn fucking. They
recognition.
They saved the Marvel. Those the first 2 Blade movies saved Marvel.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
How was that other Marvel vampire movie? What's that dude's name? I forget. The fucking vampire guy? Morpheus.
Oh, Morbius?
Morbius. Oh, okay.
Morbius. Yeah.
That movie was bad.
It was definitely not great.
There's nothing else to say about it. It was bad.
Yeah.
So
It could have been a whole lot better.
it was just not a good movie.
The
So
villain being his childhood friend who turns evil was just lame as all get out.
and you know what sucks is like Matt Smith. I love Matt Smith.
Yeah, he's
a great actor.
Amazing actor. Wasted him.
And he was first of all, and also he was the only good thing about that movie. Like his character was so ridiculous and over the top, and just like his character stood out in that movie. It was just like his character in a really bad movie. So I felt bad for him more than anything else being in that movie, because you could tell he was putting 110% into that character. Where fucking what's his face was just like the whole fucking movie or some shit, acted like he didn't care about being there. I don't know what the fuck. I don't really like that actor. What the fuck is his name? Jared Leto? Jared Leto.
Yeah.
I don't like Jared Leto. Like, I don't dislike him, but like he's never stood out in anything to me.
I have never seen a role that I've liked him play.
I've only ever seen, like, you know, when he was in what's the Nicolas Cage movie? Lord of War, right? Like he's the little brother in Lord of War. He's fine in it. You know, he's been in
really? Okay.
Where
Didn't realize that.
Yeah, like he's been in a bunch of movies I've seen where he was fine in them. They were fine. He didn't take away from the movie or anything, but I've never seen him in anything where I actually gave a shit about his character. He's never made a movie where I gave a rat's ass about Jared Leto.
I know this isn't a popular opinion, but I actually really liked him as Joker in Suicide Squad.
Now, I thought he could have made a really good Joker if the Joker he had played was the one he played in the last 5 minutes of the Snyder cut of Justice League.
Yes, I will agree with that.
Legitimately good. And that was probably the most comic accurate Joker we've ever had in a live action movie. Was that last 5 minutes of that fucking movie. But unfortunately, that's not how he played the Joker in Suicide Squad. So,
right. I will say he's a better singer than he is an actor.
I do like 30 Seconds to Mars. I do like his band.
Yeah.
I do like their music. I don't know if that necessarily says anything about him as a person, but I do like his band. So
I think that says more about you as a person.
No, 30 Seconds to Mars is a good band. They got some good music. They got some good albums.
I'm trying to be snarky tonight. Fuck off.
It's not working very well. You need to drink a little bit first.
Yeah, you fucking contrarian, you.
Don't tell me what to do.
Try harder. 500 Magnum says the new Resident Evil movie was an abomination, but at least Claire was hot as always. Are you talking about that Netflix series? I watched one episode of that and was like, this sucks, and I never watched anything else of it. Like, it was bad.
Coming out with the remastered Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, the game is coming out shortly.
I kind of want that. Because that was the Resident Evil that I played the most, and like a remastered version of it might be pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a really fucking good game, really good game, and I haven't played that in when did that game came out? Like what, 15 years ago? It's been a while. It came out in the late 2000s, like 2005, 2006, something like that. So, it's been a while since I played that game.
Yeah, I think when it came out, I wasn't a father yet, so video games were still.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as the TV show Resident Evil, actually it was pretty bad, and I think the best part for me was at the end when they finally released the Kraken.
Yeah, I don't know. I only watched the first episode, so I have no idea. The first episode was so fucking bad that I was just like, mm-mm. And I did not watch any more of it. So
yeah, and when I found out about it, I had high hopes for, I love the movie franchise.
Oh yeah,
I mean, a couple of them were but I mean, as a whole, I mean, I thought it was great.
What does Sidney Powell have to do with this, Corey?
Sidney Powell, what?
Release the Kraken? Trump's lawyer? Jesus Christ!
Oh, I don't fucking.
Oh,
I got you. Dude, that's like a 3-year-old reference. Come on. We're living in the now. I don't fucking get that either.
Just a quick question. Can we take the super chat off?
Oh yeah,
for
sorry.
an hour.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of fucking leave them up. Well, usually they.
Yeah. Here's a good movie.
That's a fucking great movie.
It's a great movie.
That is a really good movie.
Too bad fucking Robert De Niro has ruined movies for me that he stars in because he's such a fucking, oh my God. In the last 5 years, his personal opinions on things have turned me off of his movies so hard.
Yep, he went way left.
It makes it difficult to go back and watch. He's one of my favorite movies, and it makes it difficult to go back and watch him in that fucking movie because he's such a piece of shit now. And I'm just like,
a guy who made his money off of violent movies and gunplay now wants to tell me about morals. I'm like, hold on there, champ. You don't get to do that. You don't.
It's like Matt Damon. He made his movie, his stardom with, like Bourne, all that gunplay and violence and shit, and he's very anti-2A.
Those guys are all
yuppies. De Niro's first movie's Taxi Driver. Like,
those guys are all yuppies, especially Matt Damon. I can't stand Matt Damon, probably one of the most. Because
Liam Neeson's the same way too.
I'll give him a pass. I like Liam Neeson way too much. I'll give him a pass. Everybody else can just suck it.
Well, I mean, he made his big money and stuff off the Taken movies, and he wants to come out all anti-2A. It's like, shut up. Nobody cares.
Tim, just because you got your photo taken at Glamour Shots.
I still find it weird that they pushed him up as an action star when he became a senior citizen.
Liam Neeson, yeah.
It is kind of weird if you look at where his career started. But I
do love Darkman.
Oh, Darkman's awesome. I watched Darkman, and at that point, like the only other thing I had ever seen him in, I think, was Excalibur. I think, and and like I remember when fucking shit, I can't think for shit tonight. What's the movie with the Academy Awards? Steven Spielberg, fucking Schindler's List. I remember when Schindler's List came out. I didn't even realize it was the same guy from Darkman. Like, I don't remember how long it was before I realized, oh my God, that's fucking Darkman. And it tripped me the fuck out because, like, here was the dude who played Darkman in, like, an Academy Award-winning Steven Spielberg movie. And then he goes from that to, like, all the Taken movies. And he's had a really good career. Like, I've pretty much liked Liam Neeson and everything he's done. Even all the movies he's been doing in the last 10 years, which arguably are not great movies.
It's all the same movie.
Like nonstop.
It's all the same fucking movie, but I still like them all. I still like him seeing play that kind of role. The only one I don't like is The Gray, which is just a completely bullshit fucking movie where the whole premise of the movie is based on we're going to see him fight a wolf, and then you never see him fight a wolf, which pisses me the shit off. But that's not his fault. That's the people who wrote the fucking movie. So
I wonder if his views and stuff in his personal life went skewed after his wife died. I think he kind of went off the rails a little bit when his wife died.
Yeah. All right, we got a super chat from Josh T. Says, "Can we kick Honda off for being lame?"
Yes.
No.
Go ahead and try.
This is special ed hour where we let one person in the chat and we be nice to them. Dan Cruz in the chat says, "Another channel sent me here. I'm new here." Oh, Jesus. Well, you came in on the wrong chat. Did Yankee send you? Is that what it is? Did you get something from Yankee's chat?
I'm kind of wondering what chat sent him here.
Got to be Yankee.
Well, you just jumped up like 30, 40 people. Did Yankee just end?
Oh, maybe.
Probably, yeah. It's about that time.
I don't know why Yankees sending people over here on a geek night. We're not talking about guns or anything. We're talking about geeky shit tonight. This is like anybody coming over from Yankees audience is not going to like tonight's chat.
Right. It's a nerd chat.
This is the one night of the week we do a nerd chat. We do geek stuff, geek topics, talk about sci-fi movies and TV shows and toys and all kinds of geeky shit. Which, by the way, if you're coming from fucking Yankees chat, don't let him fool you. That motherfucker has more action figures than I do. He just doesn't talk about them because he wants to be cool on YouTube. I have seen that motherfucker's action figure collection. It's massive and fucking enormous.
Before
I've seen him blow action figures off his wall with desktop.
Yeah, I was fixing to say before he built that gun vault, he had his camera in the other room and he had the action figures all over the wall. And when he did I think it was a Desert Eagle 50 AE desk pop, and it knocked off like 4 of them.
He knocked down like Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and a bunch of other ones off his wall. They all fell on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh God, when he shot his 460 doing that, it knocked a bunch of them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about geeky stuff, I put something in the private chat. It's like a where they show scale of all the science fiction starships. Like,
let's see, what is this?
The
let me pull it up
before the Amazon link.
Let me pull it up for the rest of the class to see. Let's see.
I always find those cool. Like, it's been updated too. It's got Mando ships and Orville.
Yeah, I've seen these. These are great. I love these. These. I've seen the original one. I haven't seen any of the new ones. Where you get like there's the Botany Bay, right? I think that's the Botany Bay right here. And then you can get into all
that would be cool to print off and frame and just hang on the wall.
Yeah, it would actually. That's a really good idea. I'm going to do that. That looks great on my wall, man.
You're welcome.
There you go. Oh, yeah. Now we're getting into the bigger ships here. We haven't gotten to the Enterprise yet, or have we? No, yeah, the Enterprise is over here somewhere. Well, Constitution class. So, there's the original Enterprise.
Oh, they go into planet-sized ships.
Let's see. What's the next one here? So we're still in Star Trek ships here.
Yeah.
So if we got to there's the Enterprise D down here. Yeah, then we get to the big ones. Got some Vulcan ships, Romulan ships.
Now this is all Star Trek universe here, I think.
Yeah. Yep. There's what is the name of this base? Earth Space Dock, I think, is the name of this one.
That Dominion cruiser is monstrous. Look how big it is compared to Deep Space Nine.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Yep. Oh, Borg cubes. Oh, those are the assimilation cubes. Those aren't even the big ones. The big one would be like this whole fucking page. Oh, the Vengeance, which was a really cool ship design, even though it was in the J.J. Abrams universe.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams, they made the ships triple size.
Yeah. Let's see.
You scroll down, it's got the black pictures background. That's got all the different universes. And you can actually use your trackball and zoom in. These are the small ships.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, this would make a great fucking poster, man. I got to get this printed off.
Yeah, then I got a shuttle and a.
Yeah, they work in real world ships
and a Saturn V. Yeah.
To get a little sense of scale. There's aircraft carriers down the lower and an oil tanker.
That one's cool right there.
Counters of the third kind. Okay, that's.
There's cool. The Orville and what you call it, the Galaxy Quest, right next to it. There's Moya.
Oh, there's one of the Minbari ships.
That's the White Star. It's Vorlon Minbari crossover technology. You don't think the White Stars are that big, but it's nearly the length of a Galaxy class Enterprise D. I mean.
Where is the Galactica? Galactica's got to be on here somewhere.
He'll do that probably next one over. You're getting the bigger ships now.
Forward cues. Oh yeah, there's the SSD Superstar Destroyer. That's Babylon 4, Babylon 5.
The Minbari cruisers are big too.
Where's the BSG? It's not this big.
I think it's down. Go down to lower left corner down there. That's what's down there. That's Stargate.
Okay, here's
There's
Battlestar.
Battlestar.
Oh, there it is. Battlestar Galactica. There it is.
Yep.
There's the original one, and there you go. And then you get the big ass fucking ships. Oh, there's the probe, the space probe from Star Trek.
How big that thing is. You didn't really get that sense of scale when you watched the movie. It's bigger than a Vorlon planet killer.
This was a cool design. I'll back it up a little bit. This from Star Trek Beyond was a really. I love that design. I love the way they did that, showing off the 3D. You know, the full like 3-dimensional kind of fucking way you could build a city in space. I thought that was really cool. I thought they did a good job with that.
That's V'ger there. That one above the probe.
V'ger. That's part of the reason I didn't like Star Trek when I was little. Was that movie?
Look, it shows how big the Lex is. That really weird sci-fi series.
Yeah. Lex was great. I loved Lex. I love that show. I watched the shit out of Lex back in the day.
I think it was huge.
All right, let's see. Oh shit. Okay, it's just those two. So it's just Star Trek and then all of them together. That's cool. I gotta fucking save that. I'm gonna print that off. I'm find a way to print those off. Make a big ass poster. That's cool.
Always likes to give a sense of scale.
What's the biggest ship or structure or whatever in sci-fi?
Dyson Sphere is pretty big.
Yeah, because it's the size of a solar system, essentially.
Yep.
I mean, although technically V'ger, if you counted everything that V'ger had collected and the cloud and everything around it, would have been bigger because it was bigger than a system, than a solar system. So, yeah.
Voyager.
Dan Cruz in the chat says, Yankee seems nice. Oh, he is. He pretends to be an asshole. And he can be an asshole. But Yankee's fucking nice as shit.
He has the ability.
He definitely
has.
I mean, we all have the ability to be an asshole.
Oh, for sure.
Have you watched the Battlestar Galactica Chrome and Blood movie? I think it's Blood and Chrome. Yeah, Blood and Chrome. Yes, I have. I have them all. I have everything Battlestar Galactica on DVD. The whole series, all the movies that came out. Yeah, I even have Caprica.
I had a really cool comic one time on Galactica. I picked up it's like one of the books where they encountered some early Cylons that were still loyal, and they trashed the modern Cylons because they were fully robotic.
Oh. So it implies the original Cylons were kind of like in the old series?
Yep.
Oh,
they
wow.
look like the original ones, and they just decimated the new Cylons because they were fully technological.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, I knew they had a comic book, but I never read any of them. So, oh, good times, people. Good fucking times.
About Yankee, I may not agree with everything he says, all his views and whatever, but I respect the man because he did a fundraiser for me to help raise money for my dog when she needed surgery.
Oh yeah,
he did that FUD free zone sign.
Yeah. He's a good dude. I wouldn't have been friends with him for fucking 12 years now if he wasn't a good dude. Although he has pissed me off more times than I can count. We have.
Dude, I miss those chats though. I mean, y'all got fucking heated hardcore sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's how our friendship started out. Was just sitting here on these chats, cussing each other out for, in my opinion, him always being wrong.
Yeah, it was great. It was very comical.
I don't like that Yankee doesn't come on people's chats anymore, or not never, but like rarely, and that he doesn't have people on his chats except for you and G Webs on occasion.
Yeah, well, because he likes us, he doesn't like anybody else.
Right, but I mean, sometimes conflict is interesting. Sometimes having different people on different perspectives is good for having a good show. You know what I mean?
I will say we've gotten to that point as friends where like we just don't argue anymore.
Right, because you know how it's going to go, and
it's not even worth having the conversation. Right. It's just like, whatever. Like he'll say shit that I just don't agree with, and he knows I don't agree with it, and I'll just kind of sit there and go, because I'm just like, it's not worth the fucking argument, man. We did enough of that shit the first few years we knew each other. So, yeah. Good times, though. They were fun. I mean, looking back on it, it was fun. I mean, we're enjoyable.
We've told Yankee before that he needs to start doing panel chats again. I mean, not all the time, but, occasionally have, a panel with people.
You should do like one a week.
Yeah.
So. But alas, he does not. Anyway, I'm trying to think, what other fucking geek shit did I have to talk about today? I don't even fucking know. I don't know. Nothing.
I started watching Tulsa King.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What episode are you on?
First episode, anyway. I like it. I really like Sylvester Stallone, so like anything that he does.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it took me this long to get around to it, but I'm finally doing it. So
it's a good show, man, and it's got just enough humor in it. Makes it, you know what I mean? Like it's got bits of humor in it, even though it's a fairly serious storyline. And yeah, it's good, man. I like it. I like it a lot. Like I said, I like all that dude's shows. Whatever, Tyler Sheridan. So,
did you watch John Wick yet?
Yeah, we spent the first 30 minutes of the chat talking about John Wick.
Yeah, it was fucking great.
Yep.
Because I haven't seen it yet.
It
was fucking awesome.
I really like it. I think it's the second best one after the first one.
Yep.
Did they get more simple? Like, did they simplify the storyline somehow, or is it more convoluted and complex?
It's. I mean, really, I'm trying to think what I can say without spoiling anything. It is no more convoluted or complex than any of the other movies. It just is kind of continuing the story that's already started in his effort to get out from underneath the table, that the group that runs all the assassins. So I will say, though, it is by far the most action-packed of the John Wick movies. It is.
That's hard to believe.
Literally, I mean, and when you're talking about John Wick movies, that's a pretty big feat right there. Like, there is no stopping in this fucking movie. It is just.
Oh, yeah. It's go, go, go.
Yeah. It's just constant. Because the point of this movie is, again, I don't want to spoil anything, but like he's trying, like, all the things that's been building up, he's trying to continue that stuff. And so we already know about the table, and he already did the whole thing where he went to the desert in the last movie and tried to get them to release him, and all of the the stuff from the second movie where he got pulled back in because he had a marker with the one guy. All that stuff's over, and he's still dealing with being excommunicated, and everybody's out to get him. And now, at the beginning of this movie, the bounty on his head has gone up to $20 million, and he's just trying to stop it. He's trying to get it over with. And so he's basically starts the movie off. His point is to kill everybody related to the table. He's trying to kill everyone so that he can finally be out from under it. And that's kind of the point of this movie, is him trying to finish that. So, because going into this movie, you already know everything. You already know about all the Continentals. You already know about the table. You already know about all the convoluted stuff from 2 and 3 is already done. It doesn't go into any more of that shit. It's
Okay,
like it's all done and said and whatever. And this is just him trying to, now that we know all that shit, this is what it is. And yeah, it's kind of like the third act of a story.
The guy that was like the Marquis or whatever his fucking name is, the tall dude.
Yeah.
Do you know who that is, right?
Yeah, I know exactly who that is. That's what's his name? Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, Bill Skarsgård, the brother of Floki from Vikings and brother of the guy that did Tarzan and Battleship.
Yep.
Also played It, by the way, the remake of It.
He was Pennywise.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. It's a really good movie. I liked it a lot. I had a lot of fun. Me and my wife went to see it today, and we just both had a fucking ball because it's just like I said, it's just action after action after action, set piece after set piece after set piece, just done really fucking well. The action was great. We were talking about it earlier. There's this great scene where he's like fucking having to use nunchucks, and it's done so fucking well. And the stairway scene at the very end, fucking great. Dragon's breath scene was fucking great when he's got a semi-auto shotgun full of dragon's breath. Like, it's just full of really, really cool action scenes. So, and the story is basically unchanged for all intents and purposes. We've already learned everything. It's like the first movie was the first act. The part 2 and 3 were the second act, and this is the third act of the story. And it was just done really, really well. Really fucking well. I had a lot of fun. So I look forward to being able to see it again whenever it's streaming somewhere. So,
and without trying to say too much, do you remember that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where Last Action Hero?
Oh, yeah.
Remember the bad guy that had that single shot? The Thompson, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Is that the same ones in that movie? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Was it?
Are those the same one, or if not similar?
It looks like. Yeah, you're right. It does kind of look like it. I'd have to go back and watch it again to see if it was the same one.
I don't know if it's the same one, but it reminded me of that.
No, but legit, did you notice one of the dudes in the right before the whole dragon's breath scene? One of the dudes chasing him, like, legitimately had like a tacked out Thompson, like an actual like Thompson submachine gun. Did you notice that?
Oh yeah. He
had a blacked out synthetic stock with a rail on it. And it was like a fucking Thompson. It was fucking sweet ass looking. It was cool, man. It was a fun movie, man. I loved it. The gunplay was great. The action was great. They did a good job, man. They did a really good job with the movie. So, yeah.
I want that lever action.
The lever action was badass. Yeah.
Is there any guns that you need right now after watching it? Is there something that you're like, fuck, now I need one of those?
Like everything. What was that one? The Viper? That Viper?
The Viper, yeah.
Fuck, dude. That was a badass fucking handgun, man.
Yeah.
That damn thing was sweet.
And the use of it, dude. Oh, I thought that was cool. Remember that?
Yeah. It was cool, man. Yep. It was very cool, man. Very, very cool. But this is Geek Chat. I'm trying not to get too much into the other stuff.
Oh, yeah. But
especially because Jared's like simulcasting this. I don't want to.
Well, I got distracted. The newest issue of the One Punch Man manga dropped, and I was while you're all talking about that, I was reading the manga.
Dom in the chat says one of my favorite gun movies is Guns Akimbo. Guns Akimbo was one of these movies that really surprised the shit out of me because it was really good. So I don't know if anybody saw this one. I know we talked about it when it came out like 2 years ago or something. But it's what's his face? Harry Potter.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe wakes up one day with these guns bolted to his hands.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Dude, that was a really fucking fun movie. I remember when the trailer came out and I was like, this looks weird as shit. And I didn't know like Daniel Radcliffe in this type of movie, whatever. And dude, he nailed it, man. He did a great job. That movie was a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah.
It was a really, really fucking good movie. So, and there was a lot of really cool gunplay and shit in that movie too. So, yeah, it was some cool shit. Lots of cool shit.
Hell, the dude that played Frodo, that I can't think of his name of right now, was in the
Elijah Wood.
Sin City. Yeah, Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood. First of all, I think Elijah Wood is actually a really good actor. And I know he's mostly just known for, you know, fucking Lord of the Rings movies. But like, especially if you see him in Sin City, like that dude can play a really good bad guy. Like,
oh yeah,
he pulled off being like a psychotic serial killer who eats people way too well in that movie.
Yeah,
and like I think Elijah Wood is an underrated actor. I really do.
Oh, he
Plus,
is.
have you ever seen the show Wilfred?
No,
I've seen it.
That show is actually really good. If you've never seen the show Wilfred, I think it got 3 seasons, maybe 4. I don't remember. And it's about a dude who starts seeing his neighbor's dog as a dude dressed in a dog suit who's talking to him.
Yeah.
And he thinks he's crazy. And I won't say any more about it than that because there's a full storyline that goes over these few seasons, and you find out what the deal is with Wilfred talking to him. But it's like really good, really funny, and like it also got some really serious kind of deep moments in the show. But that was one of those shows that came out on FX like, I don't know, 10 years ago or something. I can't remember when it was, early 2010s. And really fucking good show if you've never seen it. In fact, actually, now that I'm talking about it, I kind of want to watch it again because I only ever
I might have
watched
to check that out. It kind of looked a little dumb to me just from the previews that I remember.
Yeah, but, the previews were all very like, oh, a dude in a dog suit, whatever, right? But it's way more than that.
Okay, I'll have to check it out then.
It's a really good show.
There's a psychological component to the show. It's interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, because again, he thinks he's crazy, so there's a lot of mental health stuff and psychology, and there's a lot of shit going on. It's a much deeper show than you would know from watching the trailers to the show.
I know Elijah Wood's been acting since he was like, knee high to a grasshopper.
Yeah, I think he started doing commercials when he was like 5 years old.
Yeah, he was in The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin.
Yep, he's in The Good Son and My Girl and was it My Girl?
No, My Girl was Macaulay Culkin.
My Girl was Macaulay Culkin. That's right. Never mind.
Ooh.
But he's been in a bunch of shit.
He'll be in the grasshopper. That could be like last week.
It is true. Yeah.
What was that one movie he played in?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Where it was about him wanting to fly that airplane. I think his dad was like a soldier or something, died in combat.
Oh,
I can't remember the name.
I don't know, but you just reminded me of a movie from when I was a little kid that had an impact on my life in a way. Do you remember Radio Flyer?
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that since I was a little kid, but
I really, 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 really liked that movie, and like wanted to like build a fucking airplane or something.
Yeah.
Yep. Did you ever have a Radio Flyer wagon?
Oh, everybody did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't Elijah Wood the kid from that Mel Gibson movie where what was the name of that movie where he was like a World War II? I don't fucking remember.
I think that's the one I'm talking about.
He was a pilot that got like frozen somehow in this like cryogenic experiment and then gets released in like whenever the movie came out, which was late.
Yeah, the Mel Gibson movie.
And Elijah Wood is the kid.
Is it Mel Gibson or is it?
Yeah, it was Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Mel Gibson.
The ending made no sense.
where he just started like aging all of a sudden, really
Yeah.
quickly.
Forever Young.
Forever Young. Yeah, Forever Young. That's
Yes.
right. Forever Young. Yeah. I remember
It
liking
made no sense why he would age because he's practically frozen. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I think that kid was Elijah Wood.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think that might have been the one I was thinking of too.
Yeah.
yep, Forever Young. It's in his Internet Movie Database filmography.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good movie, man. I like that one.
Forever Young.
The 90s, but I remember thinking it was a good movie. I hope it holds up.
His first entry is a Paula Abdul music video.
Oh, Paula Abdul used to be so hot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's in Back to the
She
Future
still
2.
is.
He was one of the kids in Back to the Future 2 that said, that's a baby's game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was in the 80s Cafe.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, he was in the 80s Cafe. He was one of those little dickheads. Yeah, he's been acting for a long ass time.
Well, he's actually in 2 Paula Abdul videos.
Was he in Straight Up? I don't know.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. And then the only
That was a
2
good
Paula
guess.
Abdul videos I'm remembering at the moment are Straight Up, and then what's that one? 2 steps forward, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. Whatever the fuck. The one where she was singing with a cartoon wolf.
We get together without a sense of drive, because you know.
The first one's for Forever Your Girl.
Forever Your Girl. Oh, yeah. That was a good song.
Just a natural fact.
Shit.
1989 is when he started his movie career.
Yeah, the dude's like my age. He's like
He's
40.
He's 42.
Oh, 42. So he's a little bit younger than me then. Okay. Well, yeah. He's been acting for a long ass fucking time.
He's my age.
Well, you're old too, so.
Yep.
I'll say he started acting the same year my oldest son was born.
Damn.
Damn. You got kids.
I'm the youngling on the chat right now, just since Duke left.
Yeah, Duke left. Yeah. You're the youngin'. How old are you now? 40?
Almost 40, yeah.
Almost 40? Jesus. Fucking 30-somethings. Fucking young little whippersnappers.
30 and
That's my line.
Yeah, you're the oldest one here. Are you 55, 56? What are you now?
57.
57. Shit. Oh, so you're older than Yankee by a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. All right. I think I knew that. I don't know why. Oh, anyway.
I'm a product of 1965.
You're like right at you're at the tail end of baby boomers then, right?
I'm first year Gen X.
First year, okay, so Gen X started in 65? Is that what it is? Okay.
Yep, 65 to 79 or something like that.
Where were you when Kennedy was shot?
I don't think I was a stain in my daddy's underwear yet.
Yeah, it was before you were born.
Yeah, 2 years before I was born. So
I just
Where
watched
were you when Reagan was shot? Wait, you were in the military, weren't you?
let's see, that was I was in the military from 85 to 87.
And then when Reagan was shot? Somewhere in there? Wasn't it?
I want to say you were shot like 83 or 84.
Was it his first term?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
All right. For some reason I was thinking it was second term, but never mind.
I could be wrong.
Dom out there in the chat's going, dang babies in this chat. Yeah, Dom's older than everybody. Dom's like Old Man River and shit.
Oh, I saw like a lead-laced anarchy, 38 special. Made me think about an anime back in the day called Pat Lavar. And I don't know if anybody's ever watched it. The police force used mechs like Gundams, but their weapons look like big giant revolvers.
I don't know if I've seen that one. When was this?
It's an old anime. It's
What's it called again?
Pat Lavar.
Pat Labor. Oh no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. No, I've seen that one. I don't think I've seen all of it because that was more my era of anime, which was like early '80s to mid '90s was the era of anime I was into. So everything from like
the imagery is so cool. The big mechs with the big giant ass revolver.
Yeah.
The bullet big.
Why is it? But that's the thing about sci-fi though. Many times in sci-fi, revolvers are used as like the base of futuristic guns, like Blade Runner, fucking Total Recall, Pat Labor, like for some reason, revolver.
They got all the full auto semi-automatic weapons were banned.
I guess I don't know.
Well, if you look at some modern tanks, not all modern tanks, but some of them that have like that semi-automatic tank shell mechanism, it's basically a revolver.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched. I don't know what happened. I got out of anime at some point and have never been able to get myself back into it. And I don't know if it's I just don't like any of the new shit that's coming out. Like my daughter, my 14-year-old fucking loves anime. And I've tried watching some of the newer shit. Like, because I watched Macross and Robotech and Battle of the Planets, and then, move it into like Akira and Vampire Hunter D, Project A-ko, shit like that. Ninja Scroll, that the 80s into the 90s era of anime, which we didn't call it anime back then. It was called Japanimation, which I was told one time was an offensive thing to say. Why? I don't know. It's animation from Japan, so we called it Japanimation. How is that offensive? If you're offended by that, you're a fucking moron, by the way.
I'll tell you one thing that does grind my gears. Netflix calling every animated show they make, even if it's not from an actual anime. If it's not from Japan, it's not anime.
Oh, are they doing that shit now?
Every animated show and cartoon on Netflix is called anime.
Jesus.
Even if it's not.
We should go to Anime Matsuri. It's it's a anime show in Texas. I think it's in Dallas or Houston. I'm not sure.
Probably Dallas.
I got looking up Pat Labor pictures. Here's one with a pump shotgun. It's like would be like a negative 20 gauge. Rounds would be as big as your head.
Fucking cannon shotgun. Yeah.
And I agree with Wade out there. You should check out Afro Samurai. That show was freaking great.
I have heard good things about Afro Samurai. Never watched it, but I have heard good things about that.
Oh, it's so good.
That's the one with Samuel L. Jackson, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I've heard good things. I don't know what it is, man. I used to love anime, and I don't know. Somewhere along the line, I would try to watch them, and I'd just be like, eh.
Dude, it'd be an easy one. That would be an easy one to dip your toe back into.
Samurai Shampoo. That's a good one.
My daughter loves all the what is it? Demon
Slayer.
Demon Slayer. Yeah. What's the one X something?
Hunter X Hunter.
Hunter X Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
She loves fucking Naruto. Every time I say Naruto, she's like, "That's not how you say it," and I'm like, "You're fucking white. Shut the fuck up." She's only half white. She's half white, but whatever.
You need to hurry up and watch Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, she like and she watches One Piece and she watches all this stuff, and I've tried to watch some of them and I'm just like, I don't care. So I don't know what it is. I like, but yet I can go back and watch Akira or Vampire Hunter D and fucking fully love the shit out of those things still, especially Vampire Hunter D. Vampire Hunter D is a fucking amazing movie.
I think you'd like if you check out the first season of One Punch Man.
That's one I've never tried to watch. Is One Punch Man?
It's really good. It's basically a dream team of their producers and animators that did season one.
Mm-hmm.
their top producer in Japan fell in love with the story, and he assembled like the best team of writers, animators, everything, the whole 9 yards to do the first season, and it's beautifully done.
I'll have to try that. Maybe I need to do like a fucking review on the Geek Fusion channel. Like first timer watching One Punch Man. Do a review of the show.
Need to watch this.
Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, I still haven't watched that.
Cowboy Bebop.
That's one I do want to watch because I'm familiar enough with the story and because I've always gotten into the sci-fi anime more than the fantasy anime. I still watch. Like, I love Ninja Scroll and shit like that. But I always got into the sci-fi stuff way more, probably because I was hooked on Robotech at an early age, which kind of got me into anime. I know Robotech was like an American version of Macross, so it was kind of Americanized, but it was still anime.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, they took a couple shows to make.
Yeah,
Robotech.
They took it was Army of the Southern Cross, Macross, and Mospeda, however the fuck you say that, was the Invids was the third season. I can't remember what was the name of that. The original show was Mospeda or Mospeda. Anyway, yeah, they took those three shows and kind of combined them into one, and it worked. I mean, like as a kid when I was young, I never would have been able to tell those were three different shows put together to take place in the same world, and I loved that shit. That's what's responsible for me loving TV shows with big overarching stories throughout a whole show, as opposed to what everything was in the 80s, which was just episodic television where, each episode had nothing to do with the episode before it.
In the chat, some really good suggestions. Trigun, Bash the Stampede, that's a good one.
Dude,
Trigun's fun. Fucking Jolly's been trying to get me to watch Trigun for years.
It's good. I like it. My Hero Academia is good, but the main characters are teenagers starting out, but you got adult characters in there. It's a serious show, though. Actually, characters get killed. Some of the heroes get killed and fight, and it's a seriously done, and it's more like a Western. It's kind of a Japanese take on the Western superhero comics.
John Brown Productions was in 5th grade when JFK was killed.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Nancy Pelosi was in office when he got inaugurated.
The bitch is so old. Fucking hell. I'm trying to think. There is a movie, and I'm blanking on the name of it. That was, let me find it here because I think I've got it. I think I bought it on Amazon. So let me see if I can find this damn thing here. I'm trying to remember the name of it, and it's very anime-esque, but it's a live action show, and I don't know if it was ever an actual anime. Fuck, did I not buy it? I would have swore I bought it on Amazon.
The Guyver, that's a wild one.
Oh, the Guyver.
What you're thinking of is called Heavy Metal.
The Guyver anime was awesome. I loved that show so much that when they came out with the live action version, I was like fucking just drooling to see it. And then I saw it.
It's like dun, dun, dun.
And it's not great. Now the costumes are fucking amazing, by the way.
Oh, the costumes are great. That full bodysuit for the Guyver looked fantastic. And having JJ Walker like being one of the monsters, that was kind of funny.
I got to remember this movie. I really got to remember this fucking movie. Does anybody know what Steven Seagal's son's name is? His half Japanese son? Kentaro Seagal. Let me find him on IMDb because he's in this movie I'm talking about. And I highly recommend everybody go watch this movie, but I got to find the name of it first.
Dude, Pabia07 out there says the Castlevania anime was pretty cool too. I agree. That was actually really good on Netflix.
Okay, this movie is called Death Trance. And I have no idea if this was ever an anime, but this movie is definitely anime inspired. And it's called Death Trance. From when is this movie from? 2006? Yeah, that sounds about right. 2006. And one of the actors in it, this dude right here who you can't really see, that's Steven Seagal's son. It's like this post-apocalyptic samurai movie where for some reason the powerful sword in the movie has a handle that is very clearly a large penis. Like it just is a penis. They're not even trying to hide it. Look, I got to see if I can find a picture.
That's how he wins the fight. So you're like in the middle of the fight, it's like, wait, what?
I got to see if I can find a picture of just the sword.
What's it called again?
Death Trance. It's actually a really good movie. That's come on, shit. And it's like and the handle is like not even like it's big. It's like a big veiny penis. That I'm not saying that to turn you off of the movie because the movie's actually really good. It's just one of the things that stands out about the movie.
I'll send you the picture in the private chat.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah. It is definitely that.
Yeah, it's like 100% a fucking penis. Let me see this. You found a picture of it. Let me find it here.
It is definitely that.
Yeah, it's just a big, like fucking monstrous, veiny, bumpy penis. Yeah. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. That's the handle of the sword. Okay? Like,
Yep.
that is just a big monster penis.
When they're like crossing swords, it's like pushing each other, and the guy looks down.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what the hell?
Before they fight, they have to touch tips of swords.
You know what that looks like, Matt? That handle? It looks like that that metal sign that I got you. That's on the back of your or on the front of your.
Looks like that tree penis from Evil Dead 2.
Yep.
But yeah, it's actually a really good movie. If nobody's ever seen it, it's called Death Trance. It's a really good anime-inspired movie from 2006. If you like anime, I gotta imagine you would love it.
It was okay. I went to the wiki page. It's based on a manga of the same name.
Okay, so it's based on a manga. Okay, that explains why it's very anime-esque. So, yeah, but other than the giant penis sword, it's a really good movie.
Does the handle like shoot out and get long and wrap around?
Yeah, it did. That's his secondary attack mode. He just squirt. Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
But like I said, it's actually a really fucking good movie. But
did you see Leo's comment?
Oh no, what did he say? Castlevania. Castlevania. I've never seen the Castlevania anime.
No. The last one at the bottom.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know. I've heard the Castlevania series on Netflix is good though.
I don't think it's actually an anime though.
But it's Americanized or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Again, they called it an anime, so I just thought it was. But
it wasn't made in Japan, Matt, so it's not an anime.
Well, it's maybe anime, but it's not Japanimation.
Oh,
that's
racist. They did a lot of Western stuff. They race swap characters, then introduce other elements that's like not in the original story.
How'd you like it if they called it white animation? If like white people made it.
I mean, Japan is a country, not a race. So, like, I don't know how that applies.
Okay, how would you like it if they call it Amerimanimation?
I'd be fine with that. Amerimation. Call it Amerimation. I don't give a shit. Josh T dropped in a super chat, says best anime ever is Yu-Gi-Oh! And Kung of the Hill.
Well, it's one of the things they did too, like in the last season of Castlevania. Alucard, Dracula's son, has a devil's three-way, and he's on the bottom.
Wait, the Devil's Three-Way? What is this?
As one does.
What was this? I missed something.
Two dudes, one girl.
That's a Devil's Three-Way?
Yes.
I thought they called that an Alabama Hot Pocket.
No, an Alabama Hot Pocket. We're not going to go into that. We all know what an Alabama Hot Pocket is.
Do not search for that.
If we weren't, if Jared wasn't streaming to his chat, I would explain what an Alabama Hot Pocket is. But I don't want
to search for that.
If you don't know, Google it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
Google
stay tuned.
Google it.
Stay tuned to Monday's chat, and we'll explain it.
Google it and then be utterly disgusted. But yeah, I don't know what Kung of the Hill is. Did you mean King of the Hill? Yu-Gi-Oh!
Things low. This program is taking a suddenly strange turn.
We've gone down a dark, dark hole, people. A dark, dark hole. Not as dark as that penis sword has been down, but dark nonetheless.
Yeah, we've been talking about this with the penis sword on the screen all the time.
But no, seriously, y'all should watch this movie because it's actually a really good movie. It's just once you see a penis sword, it's hard to think of anything that stands out as much about the movie as the penis sword itself. So, although it's a penis sword, it should stand out. So, otherwise it'd be
and people may not understand exactly who Leo is, so that comment might throw some people off.
He can say that word.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
So it's
okay.
Yeah, Leo's my fellow ginger brother. My brother.
Oh Lord have mercy, help us all.
But Avatar: The Last Airbender was a good cartoon, though.
Avatar: The Last Airbender is fucking great. I love that show. Korra, Legend of Korra was also really good. Not as good as Avatar: The Last Airbender, but still a really good show. I
never did watch the Korra one.
Korra's actually
but I watched
really
all of the other ones.
Yeah, Korra's good. It's where if you liked Airbender, then definitely watch Korra. It's not as good, but it's still really good. I'm waiting for them to come out with another one, man. They need to come out with another one.
Yeah, I think there's talks about doing a third show.
They need to. They should have 4 shows, one for each fucking bender. They've done Air. Korra was
and there's a big time jump in between shows because
the next one is after Water is Fire, right? I can't remember if
it's Earth or Fire.
Well, yeah, because there's really only 2 left. But wait, no, because Fire was right before Air. Never mind. So it is Earth is next. Earth is next. Because remember the Avatar before Aang was a firebender.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no. So the next one would be an Earthbender.
Did you ever watch that fucking movie they did?
I did, and I promptly forgot it, as one should, because I just
that was a horrible fucking movie.
That I was like, I don't want to remember this movie, and so I have promptly forgot it. If you asked me anything about that movie, I couldn't tell you because I intentionally forgot that it existed and what fucking happened in it because it was horrible.
I was hoping somebody would, pick it up and redo it and do it right.
Yeah, I don't know what business M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong thought he had fucking making Avatar: The Last Airbender movie, but he should stick to like fucking, I don't know, ghosts and horror shit and whatever else.
Avatar is a very Chinese-based style cartoon, and not a single person was Chinese.
I know. He replaced everybody with like people like there was like some of the actors were Indian, some of the actors were Native American and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, where are the people representing the point of this story? Like there were none. Like it was just fucking weird. So yeah, it was really fucking weird. And it was not a good movie. So yeah. But I saw this meme online. They're like, have you seen all those memes coming out about Avatar, the movie versus Avatar? And I'm talking about James Cameron's Avatar versus Avatar: The Last Airbender.
No,
there's when part 2 was coming out a few months ago. There was fucking everywhere. There was memes all over the internet about Avatar versus Avatar and shit. Anyway, I'm not going to explain them properly, so I'm not even going to try. Anyway, it was funny because I think Avatar: The Last Airbender is a far superior story to fucking Avatar.
Oh hell yeah, easily.
Wolves in space.
Yes. Now that being said, and I'll be the first to admit, because I don't like the first Avatar, I will say the second one is considerably better. Like it was a better movie. I found the second one much more enjoyable than the first one. But
I did find the online the order for Avatar. It's fire, air, water, earth.
Uh-huh.
So
yeah, so Earth is next.
yeah.
So that's the one they should do. Yeah.
Plus, you get like a time jump. Each Avatar grows old now. Like Aang was.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So the next one, so Earth should essentially, I mean, because if you look at where they were technology wise, they were getting they had steam powered cars and shit. So
yeah.
Earth should take place at a time like the 1960s ish.
I think there's a comic that actually has an Avatar. It's an Earthbender, and it is set at somewhere like 50s, 60s ish, something like style technology.
Yeah, where they're like and the story should have something to do with like them discovering space flight and shit, you know.
I think the comic goes up all the way to modern times. That you'll go back to Firebender, and then during like the modern era right now.
Yeah, that would be fucking cool. That'd be cool. They need to bring that show back with the people that helped create it, because I don't want to see somebody else step in and fuck it up. So, but they definitely should. I don't know why. It's a fucking cash cow, man. Everybody loves fucking Avatar.
They're too focused on making Ninja Turtle stuff now. Ever since Nickelodeon spent that big chunk of change by Ninja Turtles, that's all they care about.
I mean, I get it, but like, you can also focus on something else.
Yep.
I mean, you can't. It doesn't have to. Like, I mean, I get. And I haven't had cable since 2017, so I don't know jack shit about Nickelodeon now. But, I mean, I get it. Yeah, Ninja Turtles is a huge franchise. I mean, I get it. I love Ninja Turtles just as much as anybody else. I grew up on the shit. Fucking love it. But, like, Airbender's also really good. And just from a business perspective, very fucking popular. So, I don't know why they wouldn't take at least a little bit of money and invest it into some.
Yeah, they could actually go back and do an anthology series and show like stuff like with Aang as he's older, then like Korra when she's older, then even like tell backstories of previous avatars. Yeah,
they could. They should.
That would be a great like anthology type series, just telling stories of other avatars.
Yep. I'm gonna try out my new layout. I don't know why. Just for shits. Oh damn! I'm missing a whole blank here. Nah, that doesn't look right. We'll go back to this one.
Well, it made you front and center though, since it's your chat.
You can do all kinds of shit. And that StreamYard added a bunch of shit on there that you can do a bunch of new layouts, and you can put things wherever you want on the screen and shit.
I like the fact that you can actually, like when the customizer showcases up that me and Dom's done with the customizer. Now I can actually make the customizer the big screen when we're talking to them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. You can do they can do all kinds of cool shit on there now.
I did that for I already have it set up too when we talked to Ace from Roman Toys about the Roman Racer.
Let's see.
The title card look okay if you want to use it. It's more than welcome to it.
Let's see. Sorry, I'm sitting here fucking around with one of these. It's cool, man. You can do all kinds of cool shit. Like, here, I'll finish this one here and show everybody what I'm talking about, what you can do with these damn things. I'm just kind of doing one on the fly here, just for shits. Damn it. Damn it. There we go. And then we go to this one. Bam. Okay, that last one, it's a little off, but whatever. No, we'll go back.
I like that one better.
Well, it leaves room for the super chats at the bottom when you do it like this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and you can see everybody a little better.
try to straighten it up a little bit. See if that. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. All right, where are we at? I don't know. Do we have anything else to talk about? Chat, you got anything you want to talk about? Throw it out there. I got nothing. I burned through all my topics unless y'all just want to talk about random shit I watched this week that nobody gives a fuck about. I've talked about all the movies I've seen. I've talked about all the TV shows. I don't know. Anybody in here got something they want to talk about? Fucking
One, I keep trying to start the series. I keep trying to start, but every time I start it, I gotta fucking either go to town, run in there, and do something. Is that Evil?
Oh, Evil. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's a good series. That's a really good series.
Oh, I started watching the Bad Batch too, season 2. I think I'm on episode 9.
Yeah, I gotta. I mean, I want to watch it, but like at the same time, I'm like, kind of. I don't know. I hated the first season so fucking much. You know, like it was.
She is less annoying this season.
Okay, well that's something, I guess. Because like it was just the first season was so painful to watch, and I've heard people say that the second season is better, but I'm just like, okay, cool. But
It's definitely it's a lot better than the first season.
I guess it was just a really big disappointment. I fucking love Clone Wars and Rebels, and then I watched that shit, and I was just like, what the fuck is this?
Well, you're getting some of the older clones back now too. You're getting
yeah, and that would definitely help.
Cody and Rex, and you're getting some more stuff dealing with the build up of the Empire.
Yeah, maybe I'll probably just wait till it's done. Is it done yet?
I think they're on 14 or something like that.
Yeah, when it's done, I'll probably binge watch it.
Eduardo, one thing I was going to talk to you about, Matt, was because I know we both have seen it, and I earlier in the chat when we were talking about it, I had to keep duking out Shazam too.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
What were your thoughts on it? Because
I really liked it. I thought it was a good, fun movie. I thought it was as good as the first one. You know, and like I was saying earlier, I mean, I think it's better than Ant-Man Quantumania. I enjoyed the movie more. I thought it was a fun movie. It's not like a great movie or anything.
Oh no, but it was definitely fun to watch.
Yeah, it was a fun movie, man. I liked it. So
especially that part where Shazam's like, "Hey, Khaleesi," and smacks.
Yeah, no, I liked it. I thought it was a good, fun movie. I enjoyed it. Had some good laughs in it. Had some good action in it. I thought the story was actually a better story than the first movie.
Oh so, yeah,
I had fun with it. I don't know why it's getting trashed online, but
I want to see it, but I'm just gonna wait till I can stream it.
Yeah,
I tell you, Lucy Liu still looks fucking hot. She still looks good.
I don't know. I was never really a big Lucy Liu fan. I don't know. I don't know why. She's just been in like a fucking, I don't know. She hasn't been in anything I really gave a shit about. Maybe that's what it is.
I did like the Home series she was in. She played Watson's.
I'd never seen that. How many seasons did that get?
Quite a few. I can't remember.
And I haven't noticed her in really anything in quite a few years, honestly. Nothing anywhere worth noting.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I saw her in anything, but it's probably been a while. So I don't know. But let's see. Zorro says, "Is Din Bring ruler of Mandalore, or is it Bo-Katan?" Well, I think Bo-Katan is. Like, Din Djarin doesn't give a shit about being the ruler of Mandalore.
Well, when you see him wield the black saber, it's very, very heavy. He has difficulty doing it. When she uses it, She can swing it around like a lightsaber. I think it belongs to her.
The show was called Elementary, not Holmes. I'm sorry.
Elementary, yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I mean, because I mean, it definitely, like, she knows how to use it. She had it for years. She's effectively used it for a long time. She knows how to handle it in a way he doesn't. Plus, you know, it is heavily implied that, you know, there is a nature to it that some people just know how to use it, that it works better for some people who are meant to have it. So I think this I think this whole season so far is I mean, I'm not the only point, but I think part of the point of the season so far is going to be building up to her. You can tell she's already kind of starting to, you know, not fall in line with, but certainly not be so against, you know, the way of how they do things. You know, in this last episode, she was kind of like starting to understand, you know, why they have the rituals and things that they do and why they obey the code and all these things. And I think this is going to lead up to, you know, her, instead of just doing what she was doing, which is, you know, just trying to use the Darksaber to get Mandalore back, she's going to realize there's a better way that she can actually bring the Mandalorians together. And I think she's going to, you know, see the light through the way they do things and see that as the best way to bring Mandalore back.
And what she saw through the living waters too, like really affected her.
Yeah, with the whole mythosaur thing, which was awesome.
Yeah,
that was so cool.
I was watching.
I saw another YouTuber talking about that, and his chat noticed it too. He had one of those mythosaur skulls on his wall.
Yeah,
and the light casted up on the ceiling. If you cast a light on the mythosaur and the shadow makes Grogu's head.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, I was sitting there watching with my wife, who doesn't know nearly as much about Star Wars as I do. She likes Star Wars, but she's not, you know, she doesn't know all the little intricacies of it. And in that episode, when she went down there in the living waters to go get him, and she saw that, I went, "Holy shit, it's a mythosaur!" And she goes, "What?" I was like, "No, you don't understand how important that is." She's just looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. I'm like, "Wait, no, you don't get it."
She's not wrong.
Yeah, well, she is.
Yeah, because that mythosaur pretty much looking right at Bo-Katan when they went past was just really cool.
It's fucking cool, man. Yeah, I think this is building up to a return for Mandalore and the Mandalorians having a home again and building a society, which is cool. Yeah. And I think Bo-Katan is the one that should. I mean, because she's been a ruler. I mean, she was raised, you know, the princess.
And she was the only one smart enough to use her ship to fly after that thing.
Yeah, I know. They're all in their jetpacks and shit. She's like, "Wait, I got this. Hold on. Let's do this the easy way." Although I guess I don't know if they have ships. I mean, we never see them with any ships. So
well, they have to have ships because they left the original planet.
Yeah, they were like, they left the planet, and then for a while they were on that space station that we saw in Boba Fett. So yeah, they had to have ships of some kind. But yeah, no, I'm digging it, man, because like Bo-Katan is a great character, and she's badass, and like, I'm glad they're letting her, you know, do that on this show, you know, like, because when she first showed up in season 2, like, if you've watched Clone Wars, you know she was a badass, and you've seen all the stuff she's done and how she fought in the Clone Wars and, you know, Rebels, all that kind of stuff. Like, you've seen that, but if you haven't ever watched those shows, like, when she showed up in season 2, you really don't know how important of a character she is. She's just like, "Oh, here's this. Oh, look, it's the chick from Battlestar Galactica as a Mandalorian. Cool." Like, that's really all you think of it, you know. So I'm glad this season like gets to show her off as like the badass that people who watched the show knew she was. So it's cool, man. I'm digging it. I'm digging this season. So of course, I you know, Mandalorian has yet to disappoint me. You know, some episodes are better than others, but at this point, I've been
still needs another ship. That little fighter is not enough to travel around the galaxy.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, it's a cool ship. It's cool. You know, you got a new starfighter that's been like pimped out and shit. And like, it's cool to have the ship on the show. But yes, that should
You need
not
something
be
like a Razor Crest where that ship can dock with the Razor Crest.
Yeah, he needs a bigger ship that he can dock that thing and store it in while he does other shit. And then if he needs it, he can fucking use it. So I'm hoping maybe they'll build.
Because the Razor Crest was basically like a flying RV. It's like space.
Yeah, well, it was a converted gunship. You know,
Yeah,
like it was a big ass. It was his house. You know,
they liked it too because it was stealth. The technology was so old in the Razor Crest, it can be detected easily.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. It's pretty cool. I'm digging it. I'm enjoying the show. So, looking forward to the new episode when it comes out. But
that's still kind of funny. We got the penis sword on the screen.
The penis sword, yeah, the penis sword. It's fun. I'm telling you, you watch the show and you're like, well, okay. Like you can't not notice the fucking penis sword.
There can be only one. It's like,
yeah.
Man, don't touch me with that sword.
The only one penis sword. But it is a legitimately good movie if anybody ever wants to watch it.
Elementary had 7 seasons.
7? Damn.
Yeah.
It was on CBS though, wasn't it? That's why. Yeah. CBS, for some weird, inexplicable reason, just has shows that go on for fucking ever. Like
they run them into the ground.
I've never watched any of them. You know, like they got they got the new Magnum PI, and then they had the redo of MacGyver had like seasons. They've got all the CSIs and the NCISs, and like just all this shit that just gets like 10, 15 seasons, and I've never watched any of them. So I don't know, man, but like good. I guess that because if you notice, that's where like people when they're just like, you know what, I'll just go to CBS and get on a show, and I can just retire there. Like, okay, cool, why not? I mean, somebody's watching it, I guess.
Well, you get enough episodes, it goes in syndication, so you got to checks for life.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, Tom Selleck's still on one of the cop shows. I don't remember which one it is.
Blue Bloods.
CBS. Yeah, Blue Bloods. There you go.
Yeah, Blue Bloods.
You know.
I didn't know that was still going.
Damn, that dude's like in his 70s.
Well, NCIS is still going.
Yeah. Did they finally Did they finally cancel CSI, or is one of the CSI shows still on? I don't even know. Wouldn't surprise me if there was still a CSI on. They've done like
they canceled the original CSI, and then later, like a year or so later, brought it back. They did cancel CSI New York with Gary Sinise. After I don't remember how many seasons they had, but as far as I know, I think Miami might still be on. I think they did a couple new ones, like they have CSI, I think Hawaii.
Didn't they do a CSI? It was like a tech CSI where they were like,
yes, it was the cyber division with Patricia Arquette.
Yeah, they did one of those for a while, and she
also had what was that one dude's name? Little Bow Wow, I think is his name. Played in Tokyo Drift.
Oh, really? He was in CSI?
Yeah. He was like he had a young life of crime, and then he got turned around, and now he's like a computer guru. So he would help the police.
Well, good for them.
I only watched a couple episodes of it because my mom she fucking loved all those shows.
Unscripted.
I just went through Netflix right it's like they got the Woman King. that's the movie. If people not familiar with it, it's the movie. It's like making a movie where the Nazis are the heroes of the Jewish people.
Oh, that's fun.
The Woman King is they made the actual slavers the heroes of the movie. That tribe were the slavers. And the movie makes them anti-slavers and heroes of the movie.
Did I see that one?
Woman King, that was actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I did see that movie. I just completely fucking forgot I watched it. Yeah, no.
I remember you talking about it.
Yeah. No, I saw that movie.
It
wasn't a bad movie. Like the movie, as a movie, it wasn't bad. It was incredibly historically inaccurate.
Yeah, the black community boycotted that movie.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Like,
heroes of the people who enslaved their ancestors.
Yeah. And I remember they tried to do the thing in there where it's like, oh, but the king, he wants to move away from slavery if there was another way for them to make money. And it's like, that's not really how it went. They were kind of forced to, and it wasn't him. It was like the next king that actually did it. But
he was still doing slavery even when he said he would stop in the road.
So
I can't remember the actress's name, but she's the one that played Amanda Waller, or plays Amanda Waller.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. I know. Yeah. Like I said, it was a good movie. It was just completely non-historically accurate. But
right.
Calendar Republic dropped in super chat, says, "Good grief, y'all nerds still going?" Yes, sir, we are.
We're gonna go 36 hours.
Fuck you. No. That is not gonna fucking happen. Leo says Viola Davis. That's right, Viola Davis. Yes.
Viola Davis. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Leo.
That's right.
Yeah, I got to be at work at 8 in the morning, so yeah, I definitely ain't going that long.
Oh, did anybody watch Luther?
I did. Yes. I really liked it. I thought it was good, but I thought
it was good. The only issue I had with the movie, you could tell the budget was lacking with the final sceneries at the end.
Mm.
It did not look like real snow. Nobody looked like it was cold. And I'm sorry, when he was in that water, he'd been hypothermic, and they would have to rush him to.
Oh yeah, like 30 to 60 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that movie, do you have to watch the series?
Yes.
To know what's going on, or can you just watch the movie?
You're gonna not know what the fuck is going on if you don't watch the series.
Okay. Is it on Netflix as well?
That's a good question. I don't know if Luther is on Netflix. Because I watched it when
I want to see
out. Like season.
I want to see the movie. I just don't want to watch it if I'm not going to know what the fuck's going on.
Well, yeah, you really need to watch the series. That being said, the series is really good. So it's like worth watching anyway.
Yeah. It used to be
I like
Netflix,
Netflix,
but I don't know if it still is. I don't think the series is on there now.
Yeah, I don't know. I watched the series when it was like coming out. I watched it on BBC America, I think, back in the day.
It's probably on like Amazon or at least one of the fucking.
It's somewhere.
Platform.
So, all right. What else do we got? I don't know. I think that's it, gentlemen. I think we're done for the evening. We're about 3.5 hours in, and I'm tapped out for topics. So, unless anybody else has anything else to say, I think it is with great sadness that I bid everyone.
Here's one to ponder. We know your thoughts on, like, we can talk about for next time. You know your thoughts on like the Starfleet versus the Empire. What about the Minbari versus the Empire?
Oh, Minbari versus the Empire. That's a good one. I would say the biggest downside for the Minbari is just their means of travel.
They can actually jump around on top of the
that's true.
Ships too, though. They're not like Earth Force. They don't need jump.
Yeah, they don't need the jump gates.
They have the jump drives built into their ships.
What about Dune universe versus Star Wars, like Empire?
Oh, I think the Empire would wipe the shit out of the Dune universe. They don't have anywhere near the technology.
Nah. They're too busy huffing spice.
Yeah. I don't know. The Minbar. I mean, I think it would come down to just sheer numbers, and the Empire has numbers. They control the whole galaxy, basically.
Oh, the Empire is pretty. The Minbari are pretty formidable and have a huge fleet.
I don't know.
Ships are pretty on par, if not more powerful than Star Destroyers.
Eduardo over in the chat says, is asking about cool emojis over on Geek Fusion. Yeah, I'll set up some emojis over on Geek Fusion. I haven't done that yet.
Probably to make it more fair, free White Stars, because the White Stars uses Vorlon technology, mixed with Minbari.
Yeah. It'd be a good fight
The
to see.
Vorlons would wipe out the Empire easily.
I bet you there's a YouTube video on it somewhere. Somebody's made this YouTube video.
I always thought it'd be cool if like the Vorlon ran the board. The way the Vorlons talk, it's like, you will be assimilated. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Resistance is futile.
They would decimate the board. The Vorlons.
Did you ever do research on the top 5 movies for the best gunplay?
I never did. I was a bad host. I never did. I never did that one. I need to. I guess I wanted to do that top 5, and I never did. Let's shoot for next week for a top 5 gunplay movies. And you can't pick any John Wick movies. That's the stipulation.
John Wick 1 through 4.
Yeah, you can't pick any of those. You have to pick other stuff. And we'll do that next week. How about that? It gives everybody a week to figure out what movies make their top 5. Everybody's got to have their own top 5 list.
Oh, we got to have our own?
Yeah,
Okay.
you got to have your own. Fuck, I ain't doing everybody's work for them.
What you got to do?
God, I got homework.
Come up with your own damn list. Shit.
Well, I already know what I believe my number 1 would be. And we talked about it earlier in the chat.
Well, don't say anything. Don't spill the beans on next week.
All right.
All right, but that is it, guys. I think we're winding this one down. We will see you guys next week for more Geek Chat. I'll be back Monday night. We'll do the regular podcast on Monday night. And then, Jared, you got your chat tomorrow night. Honda, you got a chat tomorrow night. There's lots of chats for everybody. Wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do, there's always a chat somewhere. So, but on this channel, I won't see you guys back here till Monday. So that is it, guys. Deuces, yo, and we will see you later. Have fun. Enjoy the rest of your fucking weekend, motherfuckers. And, yep, we're out of here.
Geek
Hey,
out.
guys.